Archie, luxury jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind the family, no regrets. He's got a birthday, I'm your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxy show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. So the tears roll down in Brisbane town. Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night. Forgetting home, he's chasing new Asian delight. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground. Comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust. Has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all that cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Comes on streams, he cries poor again. His mate Tan gives him $5 grand, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his gypsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. Didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore.
You got it right, Jimmy. I was thinking, maybe I can incentify, or let's see if the Pontiff will start earlier. He sometimes hops on when I start the show early, so we'll see. Let's see if he gets catfished into hopping on. But I was just like, you know what? I had nothing really to do, so I thought maybe I'll do some watch talk for a little bit before like Goldberg and Archie come on and sink the fucking show and don't do any watch talk. So I was like, you know what? Let's just fucking start the stream. He's on in 30 minutes anyways, and maybe we can catfish him to come on a little early, do a little bit more work. Who knows, right? So, but yeah, man, just thought I'd do some watch talk. I was actually, ironically enough, Jimmy, talking to Goldberg about the Rolex GMT Master. Now, the GMT Master is a watch that Archie Luxury has never personally owned. He talks about how he was given one, when he was working at a dealer. He used to work for a company called TimeMan.net when he lived in Thailand. And so he apparently had, I don't really think that counts because it wasn't his watch. It's not something he spent his own money on. Archie's always been really big about the Explorer too. What's going on, Bateman? AC3 has always been about the Explorer too. It's funny because if you watch a lot of his older videos, he talks about how, he goes against the grain and he buys the watches that aren't, hyped. And then we're talking like pre-COVID days, right? Like barely any Rolex was hyped back then. Maybe a Daytona. That was about it, in those days. And he would always kind of pitch the idea of the Explorer, which is interesting because I was talking to Bear about this, and Bear's still around. Just, if you have Bear on any of your socials or whatever, you can message him. He's still around. He'll definitely respond to you guys. But we were talking about like GMT watches, and I've owned a few Explorer 2s. I've owned like the 16570 in black dial. I've owned the 42 mil in polar. And look, I really do think Archie did popularized the polar dial. Polar Explorer 2. It's one of the watches he always recommended to people. Whenever he used to do his paid reviews, he'd really name 3 watches. He'd name the Speedmaster Man on the Moon. He'd name the Polar Explorer 2, and he'd name the one watch he doesn't really name anymore is the JLC Reverso. But Explorer 2 was really his jam. He was always about the Explorer 2 because it was the more economical GMT watch, and he never owned a GMT Master 2. So I always over the years, I kept trying to push him to buy a GMT Master 2. And look, in today's day and age, there's so many variations of it, right? You've got Sprite, you got Pepsi, you've got Batman, Batgirl, you've got Bruce Wayne, you got all these different color variations of the GMT Master. So really, sky's the limit in terms of what you could pick up for yourself. And old AC3 still, he still gravitates to the Explorer 2 Polar, which I would say that he's been famous for a couple of watches. One of them, obviously, Man on the fucking Moon. Like, that's a phrase that I think transcends, transcends many places, I guess you could say, even outside of YouTube. When you say Man on the fucking Moon and someone smiles, right? Like, they probably get the joke. They probably heard him say it over the years. To the Explorer 2, which I think is probably his number 2. I think that's, I would say, is the watch that he's made popular amongst watch collectors. No more, like, I've never really thought of any other influencer out there that has popularized the Polar Explorer 2 more than AC3. So maybe even trying to push him on a GMT Master is probably not even, it's not even on brand, I guess you could say, because he was, he's a big simp of the Explorer 2, which is a great watch. It's not for everybody. Not everybody likes the bezel on the Explorer 2. So a lot of people prefer the rotating bezel on the GMT Master. I actually prefer it, obviously, but yeah, just Explorer 2 is not a bad watch. He always has been about like going against the grain and just not being, not going with the trend. And we see that a lot with, a lot of people get really frustrated with his like brigades and shit, and I'm just like, dude. If you don't know Archie Luxury, he never really buys anything popular. He's always been about, and it's always been so funny, right? Because even back in the day when he would buy like just shitter watches or just unpopular watches, people used to troll the fuck out of him, and he would get so raged about people making fun of his pieces. Like a common name that comes up every once in a while, I think HR always talks about it, is Zane. And not a lot of you guys were probably around when Zane was live streaming, or he wasn't really live streaming, but he'd hop on kind of like HR does on the panel. And what Zane would do was he would go on and basically say all of Archie's paddocks were like basically entry level fucking like basic bitch paddocks. And he used to infuriate AC3 because there was a point in time when AC3, I wouldn't say he was anti Rolex, but he always looked at Rolex as very inferior to the Trinity. He was all about high horology. And I mean, I don't think it was really about high horology, but he was more about the brand status that he thought high horology brought him, which was, Patek Philippe, AP, and Vacheron. And he made an actual collection called the Archie 5, which was a collection of 5 pieces that did not include Rolex. So in that collection was like 2 Patek Philippe's. It was his annual calendar, his Calatrava. He had a Brigade Type 20, JLC Reverso, and an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. And he specifically made that collection to be without Rolex. Now, I think in today's day and age, you probably wouldn't perceive it that way, but he did. And, I would say, I mean, Calatrava is also another watch he's very, well known for, but I think it's kind of between the Calatrava and the World Time. I think he's really made the World Time more popular for a lot of people. But like definitely the top 2 watches that Archie is known for is the Man on the fucking Moon, which has to be number 1, and the Polar Explorer 2, guys. So yeah, let's see. I've been ignoring the chat here a little bit, so let's see what everyone's saying. We got Marcus Mendel in the chat. Nice to see you. We got Ross Rachel Brady of the Ross Rachel Brady Network. Good to see the show on early. I really enjoy Watch Talk too, especially as a CEO of a company. Well, thank you so much, Ross. We appreciate having you here, sir. We've got HR who says, "Hey, babe, man, we got one. You see it." Giving the shout out to the Only Tans. We got Nub Gunner. I'm going Explorer 2 Black. Yeah, I had the Black Dial Explorer 2. I had it in the 40 mil, 16570. Great watch. I don't know what it was. I wasn't really into the Polar 40 mil pre like the older gen, the 5 digit. I wasn't really into the Polar for some reason. I preferred the black tile. But when it comes to the newer generation with the orange hand, yeah, like for me, Polar is kind of the way to go in the 42 mil. I don't know what it is. Interestingly enough, one of the most complimented watches. What's going on, Marcelo?
Hey, Tim.
One of the most complimented watches I've ever had, Marcelo, is a Polar Explorer. It's funny, like I don't know what it is about the white dial or whatever, but everybody seemed to like notice that watch more so than like I have a Pepsi, a Hulk, all this shit, right? And I even asked you this question earlier on your show. I said, to be a Rolex god, would you take the Cermet or would you take the Bateman? And you said Cermet, even though the Cermet is a cheaper watch, like it's not as hype as
Yeah.
Bateman is. So why did you say Cermet? I'm curious. I like to understand where you come from on the Cermet thing. I had a Cermet, hold my Cermet. I have the Hulk.
Ca-
I like the Cermet too, the curved Cermet.
the Hawk Kid actually would be even more my favorite because this the green dye actually strike. When it came out, everybody hated. I hated it. I mean, I actually had the chance to buy it in the gray market in 2016 for 8 grand.
I bought mine for like 8 or 9. Yeah, I bought mine in like 2014, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like you know it was kind of weird, but it grew on us.
When I first liked the Hulk, I never liked it in pictures. Not a it's a lot of green, right? And green is a bit of a polarizing color. It's not for everybody. But I was buying my AP Royal Oak 15300.
Mm.
I was meeting up with somebody in Montreal, and he was wearing he's a friend of mine. He was wearing a Hulk, and I'd never really seen one in person. And it's a sunny day, Marcel. So when the sun hits that kind of green gold dial,
Ah, it makes
it's
it
yeah,
amazing.
it's amazing, right? But look, I mean, knock against the Hulk, right? Not everybody's a fan of the 40 mil case size of those Submariners. It was not. Like, it was a big thing that like collectors were disliking the maxi case, super case they called it,
Yes.
and Rolex ended up kind of trimming it down a bit for the 41. So
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
they did something bad in the 41 because yes, they trim it down that it look more appealing, but they increase the size of the bracelet. So when you compare it to the bracelet, they actually the 40 look much more comfortable. It's much thinner. It goes thinner in the on the wrist. When you bend in your hand. This one look more like sea dweller. Seriously, the new
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, they are. Look, it's. I mean, Mike the Snake loves his. It was when I first bought a 41. The clasp
Mm.
obviously was a little weird. It's a lot bigger than the thinner clasp of the 40. But after a while, you just get used to it. Like I got. It's funny because when I first got it, I was like, "Yo, this clasp is big as fuck." But then when I got like other ones, I never noticed it after that. So I don't know what it is. So we got Terry Lawson who says Explorer 2. Some people say is the last real tool watch. This is an interesting point. Not the Explorer 2, Terry, but Archie always calls the Explorer 1 a tool watch. And I'm like, well, what is the function? Like, what is it a tool of? And Archie's like, well, it's just a super accurate watch. I'm like, yeah, but like, that means every watch is a tool watch. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, how is it a tool watch? I mean, it's a basic time only piece. Like, Marcel, tell me, what is the tool purpose of an Explorer 1?
um, it just came out from the Rolex OP versions that time. They just say in 1927 they just did the first basically waterproof watch that this is kind of the Rolex OP, and then the I think in the early late 30s, what turned up to be the Explorer 1, it was a version of basically the automatic versions of the OP, and that watch went everybody, that was the only sport Rolex really had, so he went to mountain exploration, including the Everest, but he also went to
Well, didn't
I
no, but
think.
didn't the Turnograph and the Sub come out in the same year? It was like 53 or something.
Oh yeah, no. Here is the thing. Yeah, you're right. But the chronograph, it was. it wasn't so much.
Chronograph, chronograph, chronograph.
Chronograph, yeah. It wasn't so much. It seems like this watch was more like the more resisted one, the more simple one, and the more one
Look, the Explorer
to
1 is a commemoration watch. That's what it was. It wasn't the
yeah,
watch that went up Everest. It was an Oyster Perpetual, like you said. Um,
yeah,
it commemorated the Everest ascent. That's what it was. It is a commemoration watch. Again, I don't really understand the tool piece of it. Explorer 2, obviously, it's a GMT function, so I get that part. Bateman asked, not the world time as Archie's one of his most popular watches. Yeah, like for a while, Archie was all about like depends on the era, right? Like there was a long
yeah.
era that Archie had around like the Calatrava, the 5107, and then he had the annual calendar. But he was like that 5107 was really like early in his channel. He didn't get the world time until much later, which was like the 5110. He had the white gold one, and then he sold the white gold for the yellow gold one. So yeah, I mean, world time is definitely is definitely up there. We got MT85 who says the Bateman is overrated. I would disagree with that one. I personally prefer the Batman to the Batgirl. I don't like the Jubilee. So certain watches I like the Jubilee bracelet on in the GMTs. GMT Pepsi, I prefer the Jubilee bracelet. Um, Bruce Wayne, I prefer the Jubilee bracelet. When it comes to Oyster, I prefer the Oyster on the Batman, and I prefer the Oyster on the Sprite, personally.
Right.
Um, I think the watches just look. It's funny, MT85. I've told the story before. I was at both releases when the Pepsi first came out and the Batgirl first came out. So after Basel World, what Rolex would do is they would take the display watches on a tour to like ADs around the world, and they would host like parties and cocktail stuff and whatever, and they'd have the watch there. I remember putting the Pepsi on a Jubilee on the wrist, and I thought it was the most perfect watch. I thought like you couldn't get more perfect than that, Marcelo. But I think the year after or the following year, maybe a year or two after, maybe 1 year or two, I don't remember. They released a Batgirl, and I put that on the wrist, and
Right.
I just it didn't feel the same. Like it was not as nice. I didn't feel it like I don't know what it is. It's super subjective. Like and a lot of people like the Batgirl. For me, it's always been Batman over Batgirl. But look, Batman is always kind of had this. It had its period of time where it was very loved. Like when it was just the black, black, black or the Batman. Like everyone loved the Batman. It
No,
wasn't
so,
really
you
until
have
the Pepsi. It wasn't really until the Pepsi came out that a lot of that GMT hype went to the Pepsi over the Batman.
yeah, and also earlier today in my show, you had a question: what what is better or more? I would prefer the Batman or the Bruce Wayne. That is actually the black and gray.
Hmm.
And I think most of the people in the watch community now probably going to say the Bruce Wayne because we all know the Batman color, the black and blue already since 2013.
Yep.
So the Bruce Wayne is like something new in our face. If you ask somebody that is not in the watch community what is better, the blue and black or black and gray, they might go to the Batman, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a. I mean, I think that's a really good point because it's really that's the good thing about the GMT Masters is you have so many color variations right now that you can go to really flashier design with like the Pepsi, which is kind of more in your face. You got a big contrast in the colors, to something very subtle, like you said, like the Bruce Wayne, very monochromatic look, to a Batman, which I think, like you said, is black and blue is a pretty popular combination. A lot of people like blue as their favorite color, which probably is more popular than a black and green. I would say if you put 100 people in the room, I would agree with you that probably a black and blue combination would go. Like these watches, and that's the good thing about like the Bruce Wayne or the Batman. I think they go with everything. You wear like whatever you wear, you can wear both those watches, and it will look good with anything. So yeah, I would agree with that. MT85 says I'm Explorer 1 checking. Now I have an Explorer 1 MT85, Explorer 140. I've owned a few. I've owned a Mark 1 T-Rex Explorer 39. I've owned a Mark 2 39. I never thought that the 39 mils, I don't know if you ever tried out the 39 mil. I never thought the proportions of that watch was ever really any good. It just felt off compared to like probably the 36, which is a lot more proportionate. But I don't think they ever got it right. Even the 40 is not perfect. But look, I love the Explorer 1. I think it's a great, great daily watch. I have a lot of complications in my. You've seen my my world time. Archie's seen my perpetual calendar.
Yeah.
Like, I have a lot of complicated pieces, so there's something refreshing about putting on a watch that's just super simple. Even more so than just I don't even call it the no date sub, just the sub, because you have a Submariner and you have a Submariner date. It's not a no date sub and a sub. It's a sub and a sub date. Just with a sub, like, without a date, I prefer a little bit more simplicity with the Explorer personally. But
The
that's just me.
the no date sub, or how we say the sub, the 5513 was the last really professional Rolex, if you think about it.
Yeah. You could say, I mean, look, you got that. I mean, the GMT Master came out a little later, right? Like, it
Yeah.
was, and look, and the Explorer 2 came out even after that, right? Like, depends how you want to look at it. I think that, like, it's different depending what you want, right? Like, if you like divers, and here's the thing, Marcel. Like, I remember one of my first times going to a Rolex AD. This is like kind of before I was collecting, like, watches and stuff like that. I remember looking at the showcase, and this is when like, everything was for sale, right? And
Mm.
there was this is when the Air King was still 34 mils. It was a 34 mil watch. I'm in the
Whoa.
AD. Yeah. I'm in the AD, and I see the Submariner date, and I see the GMT Master black, black, black. I'm sitting there thinking, like, what the fuck is the difference between these two watches? Like, they look the same. Like, the fuck is this? Like, but we got Bateman, who sent me a photo here, so I'm gonna show it on the screen. This is Bateman's he's called his poverty polar. Um, I think that look,
Oh shit! Wait a second,
it's a Seiko.
motherfucker, Bateman. This is the Seiko 5 GMT, the basically with the white dial. This is rare because this is actually Japan domestic only. Came with the white dial. All over the world, you can buy only with the black dial. So he actually have the what was offered in Japan only.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Like, I always said that it was funny because I never really understood why the Polar was like one of my most complimented watches. Because most people, they don't fucking pay attention to any of this shit, right? But a lot of people would compliment, say that's a nice watch. And maybe it's the dial. Maybe it's just a larger. I mean, it's a larger Rolex with the white dial. I don't know what it was. Orange GMT hand. I always loved that little that little piece, the orange GMT hand, because obviously it goes back to the 1655. Is it 1655 or 1665?
10. I'm going to go in the meantime. I just prepare to go to
Yeah.
the.
Oh,
I'm going
yeah.
to.
No problem.
I'm
No
going
problem.
to see you soon.
Thanks so much for joining, man. It
No.
is the 1655. It goes back to, like, the OG Explorer to the Steve McQueen, a watch that Steve McQueen was never actually pictured wearing. 1655, yeah, 1665 is probably the Sea Dweller. Yeah, it was never really pictured wearing, but this orange hand, which wasn't obviously a GMT at the time, when they put that on the newer versions of the Explorer 2s, I always thought that was really cool. And it does also kind of give homage to why people would buy the black dial, because the Polar has always been the one that has been more popular in more recent days. And like I said, I do truly believe that Archie was one of the pioneers, one of the influencers that made that watch popular, as popular as it can be right now, because it was really a dog. But it's funny because Archie used to tell stories on how at one point in time the Explorer 2 was more sought after than the GMT Master. And I don't know if that was like the 80s or what have you, but yeah, it's wild to think that, like, for that maybe short period of time, the Explorer 2 was a more sought after piece. I don't really know. But I think in today's day and age, it's all about the GMT Master 2, boys and girls. This is the travel watch for the masses, you could say. And yeah, look, I think that it's just got so much variety today that, like, we're really kind of spoiled in that sense, because there was a time when it was literally just at one point just the black, 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 and then you had the black, black, black Batman combination, and now it's like really a sea of colors that really depends what you like. And look, I remember that time when we didn't have the Pepsi, and all of the forums were all up in arms about we need the Pepsi, we need just kind of how they're like with the Coke right now. And it's funny, I actually preferred the Coke on the 16710, the 5-digit pre ceramic, to the Coke or to the Pepsi, in the 16, 7, 10. What's going on, big boy? We're talking GMT Masters.
GMT Masters, yes, very, very cool.
Can
What
you
do
tell
you
me?
think?
Can you tell me a time when the Explorer 2 was more popular than the GMT Master?
Late 90s. I was on Turfers, new Turfers.
Yeah, that was like the what was it, like the unlimited Rolex forums or something like that? It was
Well, the ultimate Rolex
Ultimate, yeah.
forum. The
Yeah.
ultimate, that was they were, I think it was Singaporean or Malaysian. And
Right.
because the Rolex forum, I never really got on. They were very strict, whereas Turfers was a bit more flexible.
Like I
And
don't ever consider when Andrew Tully gave you that GMT Master to be a period of time when you've owned a GMT Master, because you've never owned one in your personal.
well, that was a GMT Master 1 as well. It was not a 2, it was a
Okay.
1. So you had to alternate the bezel. It was a Coke. And I actually really loved it. Can I say that? I loved it.
Was it a Fat Lady? What was it? Fat Lady's a 2 or is it a 1?
No, it was a 1.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know what? I got to tell you, it's a I've got to tell you something. I had a interesting email from your friend Reza the other day.
Okay. Well, you want to get the super chat before we talk about Reza?
Yes, super chat, Mr. GMT, $2. Let's go, GMT Pepsi boys.
We were talking GMTs before you hopped on. I thought I would start the stream a little early because the old Pontiff sometimes gets catfish. Sometimes you're watching, so I thought, hey, let's see if he's watching. Maybe he'll hop on.
Better than floundering for 30 minutes. My floundering attempts.
Did you hire Marcelo? He was running Lux's show this morning. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, no, Marcelo. I don't know what to say with him. Is he okay?
I mean, he ran your show for you this morning. I hope he's okay.
Yeah. It's a lot of people. The business is tough. A lot of businesses are tough at the moment. He's closed the restaurant. We're gearing up to Christmas. Christmas is nearly here. What watch are you selling watch-wise? What are you selling watch-wise?
Christmas is the season of buying. What do you mean selling, big boy? We're talking about buying watches. That was your show yesterday. Which watches are you buying for Christmas?
Yeah, I must say, I really do regret selling the World Time and also the gold chrono Type 21. I missed those two badly, but I needed the money.
We had a bit of a I don't know, a debate this morning before you hopped on the show. I asked the chat, what are the kind of the 3 watches Archie Luxury is most known for? So number 1 has to be Man on the fucking Moon for sure.
Yep.
Number 2, I truly believe you are the influencer that popularized, as much as you could say it's popular, the Explorer 2 Polar. A lot of people love that watch. That was your thing. Like every paid review was Polar. The third watch was the one that we had a bit of a debate on, whether it was the Calatrava, because you for a period of time on your channel, the 5107 was the fucking watch of all watches, or was it the World Time? So what do you think? Do you think that more people know you for the World Time or the old Calatrava?
Probably Calatrava, because that was that was when the enthusiasm. Look, it's an old Doug DeMiro thing. You know Doug DeMiro, of course, don't you?
I do, man. I do. This is Archie Luxury.
I mean, with Doug, you remember Doug? I was an early watcher of Doug DeMiro, and remember he got that Ferrari 360.
Yep.
And it was amazing. He took it through a drive-through. He then asked girls out and did this, and he just he made some hilarious videos. And I kind of did the same thing when I got the 5107. Remember the 5107? That was an unusual Patek.
Yeah.
The problem is, if you came into the space now, like if you came into the supercar space with a Ferrari 360 or up in the watch space with a Patek Calatrava, it's not special enough. It's been done to death already. You know what I'm saying?
This is an interesting one. So John Galt says you're known for the Speedy, the Pola, and I agree with this. You used to say the Reversal. You've kind of pulled back on the reverse. I don't know why. Like, why have you pulled back on the old JLC Reverso?
I had to sell it for finance. I needed the money, man.
Well, so you mean sell it? Didn't the reversal get stolen? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I bought another one after that.
Ah, yes, you did buy another grande date. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and
That's true.
then I unfortunately, personal circumstances, I needed the money, and look, in all honesty, that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes you do need the money, you know.
Can I ask you a question about the grand date? So the grand date was
Sure.
what? It was an 8-day, right? An 8-day power
Yep,
reserve.
8-day power reserve.
I
Yep,
heard
yep.
I heard a rumor that could go like 9 or 10 days. You ever try that? Like, just wind it and see how long it went.
Before it needed a service, I think it.
I heard that, man.
I think it went the other way. I think it went the other. But look, it was actually. You know what the hard thing with that watch is? With
Tell
those
me.
watches with the long power reserve, it's to keep the constant rate, and that's the hard thing with those long power double. That was a double barrel.
You just gotta wind the bitch up, man.
Yeah. It was a magnificent watch. I actually do love that watch indeed, but it's like a lot of things, you know. Hey, you've got to adjust with the times.
Yeah, but you bought and sold before. You didn't have a paddock for a while. You got back into the world time. You know, it's ebbs and flows, AC3, ebbs and flows. I think there's going to be a period of time you either get back into a world time or you get yourself an annual counter. I think you may buy a 5146 at some point. You know, in the future, maybe you do, right? Maybe the HELOC comes back and we get a 5146, baby.
I hope I do. You know what? I tell you honestly, no bullshit. If you said to me, okay, now obviously, if you said to me, have any Patek you want, you'd pick a Nautilus, an Aquanaut, or a Perpetual. Okay, but any Patek within reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I would honestly pick. This is no bullshit. Okay, let me just tell you this:
5230. World time.
Yeah.
The Oisin O'Malley.
White gold. The white gold. I reckon that is honestly the most perfect type of watch there. There's 3 Pateks that stand out.
Hey, I'm telling you from I polled it, right, with women from Brisbane, right? You were there when women from Brisbane preferred the 5230.
I just like it. It's not about that. It's actually, I really do like the model. Let me tell you something. 3 Pateks that I think are really good sleepers under the value. I think the World Time is a great bargain.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 6006 is a bargain.
Yep.
And the 5296 is a bargain.
5296. Are we going to go sector dial this time around or what?
Oh, fuck. I hate sector. I hate sector dial.
Come on, man. Come on. How are you going to hate the sector dial? Like, why would you hate the beautiful sector dial on this? Now, look, I love the proportions. 38 mils. Let me pull up on the screen here. 38 mils sector dial, baby. It's more sporty, Archie. Come on, you gotta like not be. You gotta get with the times, man. Like,
I like that strap. That strap looks beautiful. That that brownie strap on it looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
That was look. It's a magnificent watch. But it's like anything in life. Sometimes you gotta sell this stuff off. You know, I kind of
that's got Archie Luxury, you know, and put an ostrich strap on this AC3, and you got a sector dial, a little bit more sporty. 38 mils, not a girl size.
That is so beautiful. That is such a beautiful watch.
Yeah, I like that. Look, when you had I remember I was in Toronto and I was talking to you on the phone, and you had the you think you had just bought it, the 5296, and you said, hey, go try on that watch because it is more perfect than your 5127. And I tried it on, and even though it's a millimeter difference, right, 37 to 38 mils, it was just it fit on the wrist beautifully. Like I really thought that's the sweet spot. More than the 5196, I didn't really care for the 5227 as much because the 5227, you're fitting that smaller movement in a bigger watch, right? So you got a lot of like negative space on the dial. Like the 5296, I think, was the perfect one.
Look, I get it. Look, I get it. It's is it true? So Oisin did get the world time. What's the story with Oisin? What's the story there? What did he sell?
Oh yeah, Oisin said, "Look, you can't be a pontiff without a paddock." So you know, and he ended up buying the 5230. Like I had told him, I said, "Look, like I polled women women from Brisbane. You were there in front of me. when
Look,
that
the
when that
problem- the
woman
prob-
said she preferred mine over yours, right?
Yeah. The problem is, of course, I don't think O'Sheen's got a house, has he? He rents, doesn't he? He doesn't
Yeah,
own
hey.
an apartment, does he?
Ah, he's Irish, right? Why would he own something in Italy? He's probably gonna own
Hold
in
on.
Ireland. Wait.
Wait. So I've got to interject here. Apologies, Paul. Apologies, Tom. Listen, earlier we're talking about the watches that Archie Lux was best known for.
You know,
And
I
there's
got to
no
tell
men-
you,
Wait.
every time he
What?
comes on, he just makes
What?
me,
What?
you know, he's
I'm
just a
saying-
cunt.
What
He's
the
just
fuck?
a cunt, Tan. This guy is a cuntosaurus.
I mean, he
Well,
eats
I
at Pret a Manger. He doesn't eat at fucking like Cafe
I-
Nero or Costa's, right? He eats at
I
Pret
eat
a
a
Manger.
Pret a Manger. So let me quickly finish, Paul. It's great to be on the show. But listen, where's the mention of the bluesy? You're known for this watch. You know this, bud?
Bluesy. Nah, he's known more for the gold sub than the bluesy, man. Come on.
Archie, remember when you were in the line to Air Asia? Some of the young hot hostesses were chatting you up because of the spark
You
of the
know,
bluesy. You remember this, bud?
I sold it because of you.
Oh shit! What do you mean, Paul? I bought it because of
don't
you. You know
like
this,
you.
bud?
I don't like
I
I
you.
don't like you.
I
don't like
bought
you.
this
I
watch
really-
because of you.
I really don't like you. I really don't like you.
What do you think of that, Paul?
I don't like you.
Why not? I come on the stream every fucking night.
And I don't know
pay
why.
homage
I
to the
just don't
content.
like you. You know, it's just one of these things. I prefer Marcelo to you. Put it that way.
Ooh,
Tan, back me up here.
Ooh,
Back me
that's
up here,
harsh.
Tan. Come
Look,
on.
I'm HR. You know what's funny? I was just thinking. I was like, when in 10 years, when HR gets that inheritance from his parents, like he's gonna annoy the fuck out of you, Archie, with his gold sub and his.
Oh,
LeBlanc.
I'm not really jealous type. Good luck to him. Buy everything. Do a complete plastic.
AC3. I'm telling you, when Papa
No,
Pluto gives you
no.
that gives you that inheritance, you're definitely gonna get yourself a nice Patek Philippe. I know it's
Listen,
gonna happen.
Tan, when I get the inheritance, you know who I'm going to call? I'm going to call Zany Poo. And we're going to get
Ooh.
matching Pateks. You know this, bud? What do you make of that, Tan?
Archie, you're gonna have to compete with old HR. He's gonna say, "I sold my world time because of you," and HR is gonna show up with his fucking platinum world time on the show. Now, Archie, look, when AC2 gives you like that inheritance, that big money, right? Because look, when your grandfather passed, I think you bought a Day-Date back then, didn't you? Like with that.
No, I bought the 5107.
Okay, and did that become a Day-Date or did that become a gold sub?
It became a gold sub.
Gold sub. So look, AC2, big money here. He's got that, hairdresser's house. Got big money is gonna come your way. All right, what
Big
watch are
money.
you gonna buy with that inheritance money?
Get the bluesy, like me.
The bluesy, yeah.
You know, that's actually I never even thought about it. I don't
That's
even like
the windfall you're looking for, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. Look,
Take me shopping with AC2's money. Let's do this.
Actually, listen, I
gotta
was
be
on
honest
Google
with
Maps
you,
the other day. Archie, I was
I-
on Google Maps the other day, and I was looking at Dave's house. He lives in a mansion now. Is it because of all of the watches on tick, all the finance watches you do to him? What's going on, Paul? What do you make of that,
I'd like
Paul?
you to change the avatar, please.
Oh,
before
sorry.
we go. Why don't I put your picture up? I'll do that. Do you want me to do that?
Pull it
I'll
up,
use
big
your
boy,
picture
and
as your avatar. What do
pull
you
it
think
up,
of
big
that
boy,
idea?
and I'll just deny it's me.
What do you think?
Pull it up, Paul.
You know, that might be the best way to go. I'll just use your picture. What do you think? Hey,
Doxing in a
Pull it.
relaxed format, boys.
You pull it up, Paul. Just
Archie,
always said
come
I
on,
was good
come on.
looking.
You're gonna get this massive windfall from AC2. We know it's coming, right?
You know
Massive
it's coming.
windfall. Massive
Oh,
windfall.
I'll change
okay?
it. I'll change it to something else. There we go.
What are you buying with his money? Like, you're gonna
Osama
buy a
bin
watch.
Pluto.
I know this is gonna happen. We all know you've talked about it for years. You
Yeah.
that windfall's coming. Like, what really? You got $100,000. Let's say you have $100,000 that comes in US dollars, not fucking Aussie pesos. You got $100,000 US dollars. What are we doing
What you
with that
buying,
100,000?
Paul?
Yeah, what are you
What
buying?
you buying?
I gotta tell you. You know what? I tell you what I would buy. I gotta tell you. I'll tell you what I won't buy.
Bluesy.
Tell me.
Actually, I'd seriously consider. I gotta tell you, seriously, if I was gonna buy a piece, oh man, that's
If you are good, it's not an if. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is a absolute truth that will occur. We all know this. You've talked about it for years. So we're at that point, AC3, that you're probably gonna get this windfall. So, I mean, You know, we still have a $5 million inheritance, is the Commodore saying. Like, you're getting big money here. Like,
Archie, when you get the windfall, are you going to be driving around in the Q2? What do you think, Paul?
I quite like that car, actually. I quite
That's what
like
I'm
it.
asking you. It's a really good car. Q2. It's a perfect
I
mid-size
tell you what I
SUV.
buy. You know what I would buy? Seriously, I think I might just get a Pepsi and that's it. Pepsi and done.
Rolex,
Oh,
Pepsi, Jubilee or Oyster? Jubilee,
that's so boring, Paul. That's so boring.
Jubilee
I
or
expect more
Oyster?
from you. You're wearing a Patek Philippe
Doesn't
shirt
matter.
before.
Doesn't matter.
We're gonna go Meteorite. We're gonna go like White Gold. What are we doing here?
He's gonna get the Jock Special straight off the Bali beach. Yes.
I got to tell you seriously, I think I would go one of the best. I kind of like the Jubilee. I like the Jubilee. I'm actually looking at selling some other stuff off next year. Get rid of some of the Breguets. I want to get out of the Breguets. Okay, I do want to get.
I mean, all those Breguets are garbage. Flip them, big boy. Flip them, big boy.
I don't think they're garbage. I don't think that's the right way to say. But
sorry, I retract that. They're toxic garbage.
Toxic sludge.
Toxic sludge.
They're unsellable. They're unsellable, Archie.
They're shitters.
The tradition will sell. Look,
what, for
the whole
£1
watch market
and
is tough
a McDonald's?
Watch market is tough.
I mean, that was the thumbnail you put up. Watch market crashes, right? But
it's over.
Okay, you get out of
it.
You get 20 grand. What are you buying with that 20 grand? You get out of those watches. What are you gonna buy?
20 grand. 20 Jefferson exotic $5. Long live Tan and HR. Yes.
See, Paul, the punters love us. You know this, bud. What do you make of that?
They're dying to know how you're gonna. They're dying to know how you're gonna spend AC2's money. Like, you're not just gonna, you got 100 grand. You're gonna buy like a 20 grand Pepsi. I don't think so. I think 100 grand. You're gonna spend that whole 100. So maybe it's not one watch. Okay, say 100 grand. What are you gonna spend? You know, maybe a couple watches. What would you buy? Because look, you went straight up for a 5107 when your grandfather gave you the inheritance. So I have a feeling you're gonna go big time on this one. You're gonna go for a big fucker, like a gold sub, date. I think you're not gonna stick. Look, I don't think you're just gonna get a Pepsi.
I tell you, the funny thing is that the more you have, the more you want. The less you have, the less. Now that I've started getting rid of a few things, I actually want to get an open heart Zenith in gold.
Oh, that's a shit. Why are you getting that, Paul?
Just to fuck you off, HR. Just because you don't like it.
Wait, pull up the name tags. Let everyone see the name tags on StreamYard. I wanna just showcase it. There we go. Okay.
Super chat from JT, $2. I approve of this Arch HR and Tan trilogy panel.
Great, Zed Arch.
You're not floundering here. You're not sitting here, oh, we need guests on the show. And then Goldberg shows up to fucking sink the fucking Titanic.
Not fucking Goldberg with his shitty wrists. Come on, Paul. Stop biting your cuticles.
Goldberg is great value. You must agree. Goldberg is great value.
I watched one of his videos today. It was the 5 reasons he hates the Batman. And I kind of told him, because he said, look, the 5 reasons, one of them was, in the dark light, the Batman looks kind of like the black. But I said, look, in today's day and age, there is no black. So it could kind of look like the Bruce Wayne, which is a popular watch. So I don't think that's really a reason. Then he cried about the Paula Center links, but I'm like, but Goldberg, you put stickers on your watches anyway, so why the fuck does that matter? And
I've got to jump off to eat my coronation chicken sandwich. It's been a pleasure. Archie, stay sexy, boys.
Stay sexy.
It's a Sainsbury. It's a Sainsbury sandwich.
No. He's high class. He eats at Pret a Manger. Doesn't he at Sainsbury? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Expensive. Sainsbury's is expensive.
So Goldberg used to do a couple of decent videos back in the day, but Goldberg told me it was just about content. He didn't really hate the Batman, so it was just him fucking trying to get clickbait. So that's what it was. Back in the old days, Archie, when you used to make videos, I was talking to a punter today, and they were kind of comparing your super chats to Curly's, showing like, hey, like Archie made like $500 this week, and Curly made 2,000, and why is that the case? And I'm like, well, old AC3 is just lazy as fuck. He could turn it on, he could do a little Satan Deville or a, Daryl the plumber for us, and make that coin if he wanted to, but he's lazy. He is lazy. He prefers to zone out, look at porn while he's on the stream, and not, you know, not do what we're here to see. We're here to see the method actor that plays Paul Pluta.
What do you think the future is of the Archie Luxury live stream, Tanzio?
The future is what you make of it. If you want to be Archie Luxury like you used to be, the future is bright. If you want to be the method actor that plays the I don't know, the blob that just fucking stares into the abyss, then it is abysmal. You choose which direction you want. It's a fork in the road, Archie. You're choosing where you want to go here. That's the way I see it.
Tell me this. You are very, very into some great hobbies. You got watch collecting.
Yep.
You love supercars.
Yep.
By the way, you're Huracan, right?
Yeah.
That is a supercar. What is that considered exactly?
Well, they call it a super sports car at Lamborghini. You're Huracan, right? Well, you know why that name is there. Like, I drive a Huracan and my name is Tan, right? It's a Huracan. That's do I have to explain that to you?
No.
Huracan,
I get it.
right?
I get it. But
Right.
what's a super? They have what's above supercar? Supercar. Then they have
Hypercar,
a what?
baby, hypercar.
Hyper. Pagani's like a hyper.
Oh, definitely. Pagani, Koenigsegg.
You can't get those things serviced, but can you? They're kind of.
I've heard Koenigsegg's are a bit of a look. They can be problematic from what I've seen or what I've heard. But
Have you been in a Pagani or a Koenigsegg?
I've never been in one. I have a friend who owns a Pagani Huayra, but never. He kind of has it in like I wouldn't say a museum. He has like a collection and he keeps it in an area which is like
He doesn't drive the fucking thing.
He does, but like he's got like fucking 50 cars, dude. Like,
what about Bugatti? Have you ever been in a Bugatti?
Yeah, I actually have. A Chiron Pure Sport. I have.
How did you find that?
That's cool, man. Bugattis are. There's this guy in Montreal who like fucking drives it all over the place, and the roads in Montreal are fucking terrible, dude. The potholes in Montreal are like deeper than the hole that Goldberg fucking sinks us in. Is how deep those potholes are, man. No link.
He drives it in winter.
Clyde, the link is pinned, man. I'll drop it for you here.
He drives it in winter.
No, he doesn't. Winter, I think he drives like a fucking, I think a G-Wagon or something like that. But no, he drives.
Would you ever buy a Cadillac CS Celestial?
Nope. Why would I buy a Cadillac Celeste? Am I Goldberg, man? Come on. Wrong panelist, dude. Same era, wrong panelist. I dropped the link for Clive. The CFO Clivers will hop on for some Thursday Night Live with Clive.
Ferrari? Would you ever switch allegiances to Ferrari, or you prefer I think you're a Lambo man. You always stay Lambo, don't you?
Modern Ferrari, no. Like, you ever heard a modern V8 Ferrari? It sounds like a fucking vacuum cleaner, man. Like, they have not sounded good since the 458, at least in the V8
458, yes.
The 812 and now the 12 cylinder they call it. The 12 cylinder sounds good, but I don't really like the clown shoe look with the fucking front engine. Even though I know that's Ferrari, it's just it's not my thing. But we got old Clyde Minotaur Wrangler joining us.
Hello, Rancher.
How goes it?
Hey, it's fantastic to have you on, Rancher.
Well, he's the executor of AC2's will. He's going to be distributing the money to you, Archie.
You wish. Actually, sorry, but Watch Nicholas bribed me first, so fair is fair.
Hey, Archie, did you hear Watch Nicholas wants to Airbnb your studio? How much is the studio for a night? He wants to stay over there on his trip to Brisbane. He's meeting Plastic and old T-Dubs.
I wouldn't meet him or be anywhere near him for $100,000.
I don't believe that. I think you'd do it for $1,000.
Yep.
I really, he's just a grub. The guy is a grub. I mean, the horrible things he said about Bear. I mean, Bear's the only person who actually fucking backed him up and liked him, and he bites Bear.
Okay, Tan, I have a plan. Okay,
and
I have a plan.
I'll be honest with you. The guy is just
really simple. We dress Watch Nicholas up as a lady boy.
Well, no, he's traveling to Brisbane. He's fundraising to go to Brisbane.
And dress him as a lady boy. Archie will meet him.
Well, no, that's the new trip. He's going to Brisbane. He wants to meet Archie Luxury, and he asked me to ask you, like, how much is it for a night to Airbnb your studio, the one you're in right now, because that is a separate
I
unit
honestly
from your
can't
house.
stand the guy. I honestly can't stand the
He
guy. I
expects
want
you to
nothing.
make. He expects you. I told him you make good fried eggs, so he expects you to make the fried eggs, bacon and toast in the morning for him because it's a B&B, right? Like you got to give him a bed and
There's
breakfast.
no amount of money that would let me invite him anywhere near my house.
Well, look, they were trying to do a little, they were going to Airbnb the studio. They were going to invite T-Dubs and Plastic and Sav over for a couple of drinks in the studio, and you weren't invited, but,
And then they'll come over and turn your studio into a mosh pit.
Yeah.
It's a good idea, man.
It's quite
$1,000 a night.
It's quite funny that I live rent-free inside Watch Nicholas's brain. I haven't even thought about the guy, and there I am living rent-free. I'm already there. I'm living rent-free.
Well, then,
he doesn't want to live rent-free. He's asking for how much a night to Airbnb the studio. Like, give us a figure here. Give us a number.
Therefore, he should live in your studio to make it even. Makes sense.
No, honestly, with that guy there, I would not even.
I
just can't stand the guy. He's a grub.
Yeah, but do you have to stand every
Negative,
fucking
nasty
tenant
grub
that pays for your Airbnb, Archie? Come on. Come on, you make him some continental breakfast, as Jimmy's saying. You let him stay there. He live streams from your studio, and he invites a couple of friends over for a couple of drinks, right? Like,
hey
you
guys,
don't have to attend the party.
Could we avoid the whole food thing?
Are you fasting today, Clive? What are you talking about? Avoid the food thing?
Yes.
I've been fasting since Saturday morning.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Only drinking.
The funny thing is, Clive, once you start fasting, you don't actually feel that hungry.
Yes, but you're looking especially succulent.
But I mean, what happens is when you do start eating again, you think, it wasn't worth it.
That's why I think every time I come on here. No, I'm sorry. That's wrong. That's wrong. I shouldn't say. I didn't mean to say that. What I meant is that's why I think every time I leave here.
Good.
Tell me this, Archie. Tell me this.
Yes.
Tell me this. What watches are you selling for Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, if I'd like to get out of the Zenith. I'd like to get out of the Pam, and I'd like to get out of one of the Breguets.
So basically, you want to sell the unsellable watches, right? Like you put yourself in this fucking predicament, and now you're looking to get out. Now you used to sell these watches on the channel. What is the channel? What we might want to do a little banner here. What's the price on these watches? I'll create a banner here for you for your AC3. If you let me know what you want. So for the Zenith Open Heart, how much is the price?
57.50 Aussie.
57.50 AUD. Okay, next one.
The Tradition, Breguet Tradition.
Ooh.
Yep. How much?
22
Aussie.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
The Pam 75 Aussie.
What's the Pam's reference? Do you know?
662.
Pam 662. How much was it?
75 Aussie.
7,500 Aussie. All right, so I'm gonna put a banner here for anybody who wants to do the Archie Luxury Christmas Sale Bonanza. We'll call it Bonanza, and we'll run this, run this ticker for everybody. And hey, if you guys want to buy an Archie Luxury watch, we got the Zenith Hillbilly Tourbillon for 57.50 Aussie, the Brigade Shitter for 22,000 Aussie, and the Pam 662 dinner plate for 7,500 Aussie. So we're running the fucking Archie Luxury QVC channel here, Rancher.
That's it. That's it.
Now, are these prices negotiable, or does that include the explosion that you're going to give when someone offers you a lowball offer?
It's basically the price. Take it or leave it.
Okay, and how much for a super chat for you to post these on Gumtree and show us the responses?
I would never post there again.
Come on, I think that would be funny.
No, I'm sick of Gumtree.
No, but I think it would make good content.
It always did.
I don't care.
Why do you not care? Like, what has gotten you into this mood that you've just given up? Like, what? You know that you can literally just do maybe an hour's worth of the old Archie Luxury a day, and you could make a killing, but you choose to come on here and just fucking stare at the screen. Like, I don't get it, man. Tell me what's going on. Like,
You kind of
why?
realize why he was fired from his IT jobs, though, don't
Hey,
you?
we've got Watch You Are from Switzerland here. Nice to see you. Watch Yours up late tonight. Hop on if you'd like. Watch You Are.
Oh, did anyone see the?
Yeah, no Christmas cards.
Yeah,
Did
you
anyone-
gotta get the Christmas card grift going as well, man.
Did anyone see the 60 Minutes thing on the Swiss watches?
Nope. Tell us about it.
Oh, they're talking about Swiss watches. The 60 Minutes.
60 minutes, Archie. You could do 60
I
minutes.
don't never
Archie.
understand why they don't talk about the resale value of Breitling from the 90s.
Maybe you could contact them. No, they're interviewing Philippe Dufour and his daughter.
Look, I think you got your best commodity that you could sell here on the streams, Archie, is the old Archie Luxury.
They're
50,
also really
50 US dollars will get the old Archie Luxury for 30 minutes. How about that? I think that's a fair trade. $50 for the old Archie Luxury for 30 minutes. And that means old Archie Luxury having a drink, ranting about anything and everything watch related. And look, you already got a super chat from our good friend in Switzerland. Watch You Are.
Watch You Are. Yes, post on Gumtree, Archibald.
Yep.
It's all
And
good
this-
ideas, man.
The nasty vinyl cunters on there.
Yeah, I mean, Clyde's got the entire soundboard. He can remind you of who you used to be. Like, it's funny because Clyde, he actually believes, like, he looks at his old shtick and he's embarrassed by it, right? Like he's somehow, like, better today than he was.
I'd rather eat it. I'll show you something, guys. I would rather eat this than actually do that.
What is that?
A Sainsbury's prawns.
prawn mayonnaise sandwich.
Okay.
Archie Luxury, the man who's learned to hate himself, apparently. The man who's learned to hate Archie Luxury. It's like Paul Pluta killed. Did Paul Pluta really kill Archie Luxury? That's the real fucking question, man.
Yep.
Yep.
Paul Pluta.
Seems that way. Seems that way. It is
Like,
that way. It is what
you can
it
remember.
is.
You can remember the days when you were shameless. You would film the seafood buffet on Christmas Day. Your whole family hated you for it.
Yep.
And you didn't give a fuck about
I'm getting
it.
old. I'm old now, Tan. You understand? I'm getting old.
Are you too old to make
Oh.
money? Is this the
Hey,
thing? Are
Archie?
you too old to make money, man? Like, who's too old to make
Archie,
money?
I've lost 1.6 stone since Saturday.
Wow. Amazing.
Thank you. Maybe you could try it. And if you fast long enough, human growth, your body starts producing
10 kilos?
what?
10
No,
kilos?
1.6 stone.
Yeah, that's what I just did a conversion. That's 10 fucking kilos. 10
Archie,
kilos.
The
Holy
chat's saying you need to
shit.
get the testosterone shots.
That's
man.
a lot.
Yep.
Archie, would you do the TRT, the testosterone shots? Like the narc has been, touting all over the streams. It's really benefited him. It's helped his
Where
life.
is the narc? Why is he withholding?
Actually, I was talking to, you remember AJ?
Yeah.
AJ's telling me
Yeah.
about the testosterone shot just now, too.
Archie, man, like, why are you scared of the testosterone shot? Like, why would you not do it?
Think of how strong and virile the horns would grow.
Like, you could be AC2 level fucking 3 times a day. Like,
Yep.
I think I'm in semi-retirement mode. Okay,
so that
No.
means three times a year is what you're at right now. Then
3 times a decade.
Now, Archie, every 30 pounds you lose, you gain an inch.
Fucking hell, Clive. You are a hero, man.
No, I'm trying
Do
to.
they recommend you take some vitamins to go with it? But is it just
Well, actually, yeah. They were talking about some people are talking about electrolytes. I've been studying all this shit on YouTube and stuff. Watching real channels.
electrolytes? That's right.
Yeah. Well, some of them were talking, some weren't, and literally, yeah. If you're going to do it for a while, take electrolytes.
yeah, I don't get it, Archie. You used to buy your dick pills off of plastic, and you were all good about that. But TRT, you're scared, man. Why?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's all those microplastics in the water supply. They're interfering with the horn
Archie,
growth.
you're holding back, man. Why are you holding back? Like, you're getting fucking old, dude. Old, man. Come on. Look, you got to pass the torch on to, like, some of the punchers here who are going to keep the fucking energy alive, AC3. You're just, I don't know, man. You just, every day, how do you wake up at 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, have your coffee, and you just sag?
Yeah,
You know,
right.
I don't get it, man. Give us the perspective, Archie. Like, you wake up, you have your coffee, eat your fucking fried eggs and bacon. You show up to the fucking, you know, the studio.
Yeah, no, I think I just going through a. Yeah, it's I wake up, have my coffee, then I go onto YouTube and look at over 50 unemployed type videos.
Yep.
Oh.
I look at, actually there's this lady who was in corporate. She does a great video. I love her videos. She does some great stuff. I love her stuff. I've been watching a lot of her videos lately.
Archie, do you like sardines?
No. Do you like sardines?
No, but if you eat enough of them, you will lose weight.
Why is that?
There you go, Archie. A great idea from Clive. Do
Yep.
the reboot, the weight loss program. Go to the fucking grocery store, buy some sardines, eat them
And-
live, and then fucking let's see how the weight loss program's going.
Well, also, and let people super chat. By the way, so what is the where's the naming thing for the studio?
The naming thing for the studio?
Yeah, remember you used to pay for naming rights for the studio.
Greg Till Jones Studio.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Like Nub Gunner says, you're in semi mode. Like you're not even fucking
Semi.
full hard. You're just semi. Do we need to call
So,
Plastic?
let's
Give you those
look
dick
at
pills?
what-
Man,
yeah.
come on.
What did I watch? I watched today Jobs Are Vanishing Fast.
Yep.
Heiser
Yep.
says. I lost everything. Why I became extreme minimalist.
Uh huh.
I watched.
Look, Archie, times are tough already. I've got, like I said, I've got an MR2 with a Lotus engine, and it's the cost of having the oil change has gone up to $35, not including the oil.
Times are hard, boys.
Yep.
Prices are going up. The watch market is crashing. Archie has a pending tax bill coming up, guys.
Yep.
Yep, that's it. It's
30.
it's changing. It's changing fast. It's changing fast.
Hey, Tan, what kind of a transmission you got in your Huracan?
Dual clutch automatic transmission.
Automatic?
It's an Audi.
They don't
That's
make
Vag
the
Group.
they don't make the old manual transmission. They haven't made it since the Murcielago.
Well, go get one of those and drive a real car.
Ooh, manual Murcielago like an LP640 is pricey. That's AC2
why.
that's AC2 inheritance money right there.
Yep.
Here we go. 55 and broke. The conversation nobody wants to have. That's what I watched. I remember watching that. Superannuation has failed. I watched a video on the 2025 Cadillac Celestiq. I watched. That's what I watched. There you go. That's what I watched.
So you're gonna do this stream. You're gonna tell us about what you watched, and you're gonna log off the stream in an hour, maybe hour and a half. You're gonna go take a nap. That's what you do after the streams. I know you take a nap after the streams. What happens after that? Like, you take your nap, you wake up like in 4 hours, and then what? You do the Luxy show. Like, what is the day in the life of the method actor that that plays Paul Pluta?
Oh, I thought it was meth head actor.
Nah, he's too calm for that shit.
Okay. Yeah.
Comex Archie again. So tell us, give us a bit of the behind the curtain, behind the scenes here. You take your nap. What happens after the nap? You go back to the studio. You jerk off a
my
bit.
nap. Then I go for a walk. I've been actually walking every day. You know that I have actually been
good. How long are you walking?
About 45 minutes.
Now, 45 minutes. What is that in metric?
Plus, you go to Mount Omni. You go for
3/4 of an hour. 3/4 of an
good.
hour.
Yeah, I've been doing red light. My red light blanket just came in.
Why can't you just turn on the live stream when you're walking and have people like troll you for money?
Yep.
I don't understand. Why would you do that? Like, you're walking anyway. I'm walking here. Why are you doing it for free? Like, Archie
I'm starting
doesn't do
to
shit.
value my privacy. Does that make sense?
I mean, you can't be private. You're a fucking celebrity. There's no privacy.
you know
There's no privacy in the YouTube business.
Celebrity has been.
Sure, there's no privacy in fucking baseball here, man. Come on.
Oh, you know where that line came from on Midnight Cowboy?
No.
Where?
Well, basically, they had the street roped off, and a cab went through anyway. Dustin Hoffman slammed the hood and almost yelled, "I'm acting here," but he caught himself and said, "I'm walking here,"
Walking here.
and stayed in character. So just
Like
because
how hard is it to just click the fucking live stream on? Like, how lazy can you be, Paul Pluter? How lazy can you be?
Yeah. I know. I know what you're saying.
Are you? Do you know?
Hey, Archie in the gym. Join a gym, Archie.
We're giving you business ideas here, Archie, and you're turning us down, but you're giving us no reasons to turn us down. I value my privacy. You work in the show fucking business, man. The show bit.
Well, I last thing I'd want to do is watch Nicholas. I can't stand the guy. Why would I do anything to look?
Because you can't stand the guy.
It's not
after what he did. After what he did to Mikey, that is disgusting. After what he did to Bear, disgusting. I never want to see that guy ever.
Well, you don't need to. He's simply gonna rent your studio as an Airbnb. He'll pay you per night. All he wants is the continental
I'm not prepared
breakfast.
to rent it to him for any amount of money.
Well, I mean, nobody believes that.
No,
nobody believes that.
No.
I don't want anything to do with him.
Well, he's coming over to meet you. He's excited. He's telling his whole crew, Archie Luxury and him are gonna have a nice meal at the Wukong restaurant, and then he's gonna go for drinks with Plastic Sov and T-Dubs. The old Aussie mateship crew. Even Angelic's thinking of coming up to Brisbane for it.
Yep.
Hey, we got Howdy from Texas here. Can you remember Howdy from Texas, Clyde?
What?
OG.
Oh,
Howdy from Texas in the chat.
Oh, yeah, one of the originals.
One of the OGs.
The OG. The OG.
You're the OG, but, like, you fucking somehow forgotten who you are. Like, it's like you woke up with amnesia one day and you realized that, like,
More like it. Now he's gone from OG to OB. Old Bogan.
Yeah.
Why?
I suppose you just go through phases, Clivers. You go through
phases of richness and poverty, right? And like we're in the poverty phase right now. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
This is the time to gather your forces and strike. This is the time to pick them up while the picking's good.
Howdy to Howdy from Texas. Archie Luxury. So, like, do you not want to make money? Is this kind of like your new shtick? Like, you're not interested in money, or
all poverty?
Well, I don't want to give up too much privacy anymore. I've moved away from that. I don't want to give too much. In the past, I gave everything to YouTube to get fame. Okay, I gave it all.
You gave it all. You got fame,
so
and then
wait. When are you going to get the fame?
You gave it all, right? You were in the parks. The kookaburras were chirping in the background. You would do videos, and now
you found the dingoes. He ate them.
Yeah, now you log on. You put a toothpick in, and you just fucking ask punters to join the panel, and you barely talk. Like, how is this a viable business model? I need to understand this from you, Archie. I'm curious.
To quote Bear Clinton, one of the best quotes about this I've heard from Bear Clinton. Archie hired me as a co-host and then put me out of a job.
Look, Dirk Diggler has it right. Privacy has a price. Don't complain about money. It's very true, Dirk. Very true.
Yeah. Hey, we got Pasta. Archie is a legend. Thank you so much. I've been looking around for jobs. Tanzil. Job. What do you think?
You'd rather drive taxis than simply go for a walk, turn on your camera, and talk a bunch of shit.
Or eat, or go to your favorite like Vietnamese restaurant.
Yeah, this is a great idea from Howdy from Texas. Do a whole series about you buying luxury hair pieces, going around Brisbane looking for hair pieces and giving you a review of all different kind of fur you can put on your fucking noggin, man. It's not a bad idea at all.
Not a bad idea at all.
And look, Azza lives in Brisbane. He says if you can drive a truck, he needs truck drivers.
Who said that?
Azza, he lives in Brisbane. He's a local.
Nice.
Well, you wouldn't want to go trucking out in South Australia, Archie? Cross country, baby?
Maybe you could drive a cattle truck.
You guys call them lorries over there, or do you call them trucks?
Trucks. I've actually been watching a lot of truck restoration videos.
Oh, wow. I've been watching the gun restoration ones.
I want to restore a Peterbilt. What do you think of a Peterbilt?
Look, I think you need to restore your fucking channel, man. Like, before you restore some fucking Peterbilt. You know, and look, Howdy from Texas is even naming the series Furs Are Us. I think this is a great idea. You know, go to Brisbane. You know, when you go for your walk today, head up to some of those, you know, those shops that sell toupees and, you know, hair pieces and try a couple on.
Or furs versus horns.
Oh, what are you afraid of, man? Like, people are gonna make fun of you? Like, we're way past that fucking. We're way past that goalpost, Archie. That's why we're here.
Yeah,
that's why I'm here, at least.
That's why I'm here. I mean, I was kind of hoping to see Goldberg, but that's fine. Oh well.
Yep, that's the way it goes, my friends. What do you think?
Why don't you give us ideas? Because we've given you ideas, Archie. Rebooting the channel. What ideas do you have of reboot your channel? What do you think you can do to reboot your channel?
Well, okay, or how about like, instead of mukbang, like people that pay you eat fried chicken, call it cluckbang.
That's not what the punters can do for you, Archie. Ask what you can do for the punters.
Or he can put up a list of foods that he hates eating and a price to eat them on camera. Like
this is his shtick, right? He was a traitor to Archie when he went over to Adrikos' channel. When, you know, the term rebel stream was actually created by Clive, when Clive had his own channel and would fire up a live stream when Archie was on. That's why I call him the original rebel stream. And a lot of people didn't know that the term rebel stream comes from Clyde.
Yes, it was Clive, wasn't it?
Yep. Not to mention, I talk to you in the live streaming every day.
And look, Clyde has, you know, he has the original watch review for GMT's collection. Like, apparently GMT's never done a full collection review outside of with Clyde, and Clyde's deleted all his videos off his channel because GMT was hoping Clyde could make those make those public again.
Nope, they are dead. I can't even get them back.
Oh, I stopped trusting Clyde when he stopped reading the super chats. Back in the day, it was Clyde who used to read the super chats, and they would actually get done. You know, when old big boy over here reads the super chats, it's like, you know, we get basically him looking into space right now.
Hey, maybe I've lost my spark. Maybe it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, if it's over, just fucking shut down the show, close the channel. Like, what are we doing here, Archie? Are we in or are we out? Like, what's happened? You know, you got a job offer to drive a truck. I think it's time to wrap this puppy up. Or Clyde.
That's a good
or
question.
maybe start a new series, Archie and Housed, where you start living on the streets, wearing your breguet.
Do you think it could go that bad, Clivers?
I mean, you got 4 super chats today, Archie. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is what you get for being basically the boring ass Archie that we've seen for the past, I don't know, 2-3 years. Now, we can multiply that by about 50 if you decided to grow a pair of balls and actually be the method actor that plays Archie Luxury. I mean, that's the way I see it.
Yep.
I understand what you're saying. That's a good point.
And then?
And
then?
I mean, look, I come on here. I host the shows. I like to talk. That's okay.
And then?
No,
I suppose I don't do as many crazy things as I used to. I've calmed down a bit as I enter middle age, Tan.
Okay, and then?
That's it.
Time to wrap this puppy up, Archie. If we're only gonna stop there, like,
what do you think?
I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. What do you think you should do? I think, look, I don't mind you being Comex Archie for a living. Look, 2/3 of the show you can be Comex Archie, but for 30 minutes you need a bit of spunk. You need to take that fucking TRT shot in the ass, and you need to fucking, you know, come on here, tell people why the fuck Breguet is the worst brand, why you have fucking buyer's remorse for Breguet, and why nobody or their grandmother should own this fucking brand. And then obviously you can be a hypocrite like 20 minutes later and say it's a great brand. No problem. Right?
Yep.
We don't count score here, right?
Super chat.
Hey, we got a big super chat just come in. $10. Paypig 85. Nice to have Tan on talking watches and being honest.
Frank and honest.
I got to tell you, I think
he's
I'm
nothing
just
watching.
washed up now. You know, Tan, let's be completely honest now. Let's just throw the hat.
You've
in
been
the
washed up for
ring.
10 years, dude. Like, I mean, it's not new to me. You've been washed up for 10 years, but that doesn't mean that we can't keep the train going, baby.
I think it's over, Tan. You know that? Honestly, I mean, you know who I blame for this mess?
Yes,
is Clive.
yes. Let's blame. Why
Clive
Clive?
is
What
the
did
one
Clive
who
do?
said, "Why don't you stream every day in COVID?" Remember that, Clive?
In COVID. Now, you even pointed this point out. In
It's so
COVID.
bad. Look at even the Tim Wright show. He only streams for 2 hours a day now. Did you know that?
Well, the trouble is, and that was just in COVID. I said, because at the time I said we're all receiving the stimulus checks or whatever. We're all basically like boarded up in our houses and our apartments. Or what? Yeah, that's over. So go back to your regular one. Do your regular video.
Friday Night Live with Clive. Fridays and
No,
Saturdays.
no, not even live. Do a couple of live streams, but just go out like your opinion pieces.
Yeah,
Or
I
like,
mean, look, but the problem is that Friday Night Live with Clive. I'll tell you what the issue with this is what would be terrible is if you come on with the energy you have today and you do that once or twice a week. That would be phenomenally bad, is what I would say. It'd be very not a good idea. If you actually came on with, like, you know, like I said, take a TRT shot, fucking show up and tell people how the fuck it is, then yeah, maybe that could actually make you more money. It really depends on you, Archie. Like, the only person you can blame, you know, I think MT85 said it himself, is yourself.
well, you see, I think here's the thing, though. I think you should put, and he's walked off.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is Archie's shtick, right? I don't know if he's barefoot there, but look, guys, this is the studio that Archie is going to Airbnb to watch Nicholas, you know, for his Brisbane trip. And, you know, there's going to be a little bit of a party here. Plastic's going to be there. Savron's going to be there. T-Dubs is going to be there. And Archie's going to be bringing them breakfast.
Delivery.
A termite spray.
Nice.
All right, we got a super chat from Chief Ted here. Let's do this.
We got a Okie dokie dokulous. Here we go. We got one from Chief Tit. $5. Fuck them all. Fight back.
It's true. There's a lot of truth to that. But Archie's lost the fight, man. He's lost the fucking, I don't know where the energy went, man. Like, you should, have you considered, like, I don't know, cocaine or something, man? Fuck. You need to fucking spruce it up a bit. Marijuana?
I
Red Bulls?
understand what you're saying,
Coca-Cola?
More like it's, yeah.
Regular Coca-Cola? No?
By the way, are you keeping track of your heart rate or anything when you're walking, or just are you just?
I don't give a fuck, Clive. I just walk.
I'm walking here. Archie, give us that fucking full screen. I'm walking.
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
You know,
that's gonna be your stream, dude. You can do the fucking watch Nicholas shtick. You know, you can just walk around with like someone's dog, go fucking dog walking. You know, put up an ad. I'll walk your dogs and just fucking your stream. I'm walking.
Suckerhorn gave me advice. He said, Arch, maybe you need to get a pet.
Well, you have one.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's
pasta, $2. Archie America tour.
You know, Archie,
pasta, that's over. There ain't no money in the kitty. I gotta tell you, Tan, I had to sell off watches to pay for my Geneva trip. I put that on plastic, credit card, and I ended up selling watches to pay for that trip.
Look,
you know, seriously,
admit, that was an amazing trip.
It was an amazing trip. You met that big heifer that you went to the Louis Vuitton fucking gig with, like,
yep.
And then you ditched her halfway through. Like, fuck, man, it was the time of our life. You got super chat from Jeff from Yankee Doodle here.
You know who got me those invites was Raphael got me into the Paddock VIP.
Yeah, I got to meet him when I was over there. He's a nice guy, man.
Hey, I don't know if you know. Can I tell you a Paddock story there at the?
Sure, nobody's listening.
Well, we're in the Paddock thing, right? And this lady brings a dog. Like, this is the VIP event, and I mean the dog. I think it could take a shit in the middle of their Persian carpet, and nobody gave a fuck. But in the normal event, someone wanted to take a photo of a fucking 5196. And Paddock was about to call the police on him.
Yeah, well, you know, that's
Can you explain the Swiss? What the fuck is that?
That's snobbery, baby. And you know watches are pure snobbery.
If
And you
I
gotta
may I introduce a historical quote about the Swiss?
go for it.
Sure.
Switzerland is a pimple upon the ass of Europe. Adolf Hitler.
Ooh. Nasty, nasty, vicious. We got Yankee Doodle, $5,
Nasty.
Archie.
Yankee.
Oh,
By the
hey.
way, Yankee Doodle. I loved. You know what I really love? What's growing on me is his yellow
Horns?
gold 5-1.
Didn't you stand up
Is
Yankee
it
Doodle to
5127?
fucking? Didn't you stand up Yankee Doodle in New York to like growl out fucking Mrs. Lie? Isn't that the what happened?
Yankee Doodle, $5. Art, strap on a GoPro and a Breguet and stream 24/7. Throw in some pizza and garlic knots.
There you go, Archie.
It'll
Full
be
screen. I'm
a
walking you.
great hit.
I'm
No,
walking you.
Archie, do you know what else is growing on you?
What's that?
Horns.
Horns. I'm getting old now. I'm just old. I'm 53.
Oh, wah.
The thing I don't understand is, Clive, I came from an IT industry. 53 in IT is 63 in any other industry.
Yeah, that's true. But we're talking about IKEAs?
I've even asked Tan, you know how positive AI is, don't you?
Oh, very positive.
Yeah.
I've even asked AI, what chance does Archie Luxury have of getting an IT job after making controversial videos for 11 years on YouTube?
And then
The answer is not good. Even AI doesn't
not
like
good.
it.
Not good. Predictably not good. Dirk Diggler says this is actually true. Didn't my wife get asked to take her prescription transition glasses off inside a watch? She did. We were going to I don't know if it was Vacheron on Rue de Rhone, like the one across from Bucher, Archie. And my wife is at I was already inside checking out the watches, and they were like, because transition, I don't know if you know transition glasses, they become sunglasses basically in the sun. They told her to take off her glasses, and she's like, I can't fucking see without my glasses. And they didn't understand that, regular glasses could not be sunglasses. You had to have your pair of sunnies, Archie, with your glasses. That's the Swiss, man. That's the Swiss right there. Now, Chief Tit had a good comment. Let me see if I can find this, because Chief Tit, I think, is giving, he thinks that, he's thinking about making it into a specialized porn category, or he thinks maybe you could make it into a specialized, like an OnlyFans, Archie's OnlyFans account.
It'd be like Only Horns.
Only Horns.
I gotta tell you, Tan, it's absolutely fantastic having you on here. I got Tan, I got the Rancher. Man, we are having, I actually like this show today. I actually feel really good doing this show. I need to invite the world's greatest dog trainer. That's the only thing that is missing from this show is the greatest dog trainer. I got Keslo. I've been talking to Keslo. Did you know Keslo's put his Perpetual up for sale?
No.
Yeah, he told me about it. And yeah, look,
Why don't you talk him out of it, Tan?
Keslo, he's a young guy, right? He wants to get different things, and
Yep.
it's a lot of money in a watch, right? 50 grand is a lot. He could buy a couple other people. He's and this is the real mistake, is he fell in love with that brand Anderson Geneve. The one Higgy has? He fell in love with that brand, and I keep telling him, don't do it, man. Don't do it. You're going to fucking light that money on fire. And I don't know, man. I can't talk him out of it. Like, Archie, would you take 50 grand and buy an Anderson Geneve?
No way in the
No
world.
fucking way. And this is the guy who bought a Breguet for $22,000, boys. Even he wouldn't light his money on fire like that. Didn't you used to do the old deals, cost plus $100? Like, why can't you give me that deal for one of these watches? Cost plus $100.
For which watch?
Any of your watches, cost plus $100.
I can do that for you, Tan.
Is that for everybody, or is that just for me?
That's for you, man.
Because that used to be your deal. It's like, buy any of my watches for cost plus $100.
Yeah, which one do you want, man?
Aussie dollars. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll do some Christmas shopping. But the question is, I really hope you don't spend that money on, like, I don't know, something for your Beamer, which is just going to sink in value anyways. Like, it's.
I'm looking at selling the Beamer, actually, Tanzeel.
AC3, do you think the Stearns would send you a cease and desist if they saw you wearing the T-shirt? I don't think so. Archie's met the Stearns. The Stearns have been, you know, he was wearing his Explorer too.
No, I don't think so. I think they'd send a hit team. They're probably loading.
The dog trainer, he's not feeling well. Take care, my friend. I was just sending him a message. We love you.
Why don't you get Donnie Haynes on the fucking panel, man?
I can't. I've tried. Donnie doesn't come on. Donnie won't come on anymore.
I'm gonna send you Donnie's number because I don't think you have
Nark
Donnie.
fucked him over. I know. I got Donnie's number in WhatsApp.
Okay, yeah, message Donnie, man. Narc fuck Donio. How did Narc fuck Donio? That was me, by the way. It was not Narc. I was trolling Donnie when he came on one day, and I don't think he knew my account, and he got really mad and he left. But then he sent me a text message later, didn't know it was me doing it. So, yeah, it wasn't Narc. That's okay, man. I've been trolling Donnie for years. It's not a problem.
Tell me this, Tan. Tan, I want to ask you something. Seriously, you've been a huge fan of the show.
Yep.
Patron, sponsor. And remember, guys, Tan is not my friend. He's a troll for entertainment.
Entertainment. We're not friends, guys. Come on.
No, he has no friends. I don't. That's been pointed out.
You have no friends. That's exactly it.
Dude,
Now,
the second your sister said she liked my watch better than yours, we were mortal enemies at that point. No, she did say this. Don't lie to everybody.
I agree, but I'm just saying to you, I got to tell you, Tan Zeal,
Yes.
Mr. Zeal, please, I've got to say, you honestly, you've been the most loyal person I've ever found.
Except when he walks out in the house
Mike
like
the Snake. Mike the Snake is the most loyal.
You know, I must admit, that trip to Geneva where we all met up, that was incredible. I remember you came up to my hotel, didn't you?
I did. It was a nice hotel, man. You were right off the fucking main street. Like,
yeah, that was a fantastic hotel.
Yeah.
And Lake Geneva was close to that was a fantastic position, don't you reckon?
Yeah, you were in probably I would say the best location amongst everybody. You were spending $60 on Burger King, like you were living it up, big boy. Like fuck.
Well, I remember when everyone was telling me that Archie was down in Dallas. And you know what I did?
Yes.
I drove north for 2 hours.
Now you never met Clyde, right? You never met Clyde.
Dallas is too close, so I had to go to Wichita.
The only people you've met are like of the old guard is like Doc. You've met me. I'm thinking of old panelists. Like you haven't met Ron the Shrink. You haven't met Hisham. You haven't met Goldberg. You haven't met Jin. Even though Jin came a couple of times to meet you, you always fucked him off. Yeah, it's very, very not surprising.
I got to tell you, Tan, what's I was in London. What do you think the peak of the Archie Luxury fame was? I'd say London 2022.
That's probably when you were making the most money. I don't know if that's peak of fame. I think peak of fame, like maybe 2011, maybe peak of fame. I think you kind of fucking was a downhill from there, right? Like,
I always heard the Live with Clive days was like the tip.
For me, that was like the golden era.
Amazing days we had, Clive.
Because Clive would show up, he was excited, he was buying watches. You were criticizing his watches. You know, it was a good back and forth. Clyde would read the super chats. Like Archie, you were engaged, you were talking. Like that was.
There's a super chat to be read now.
Howdy from Texas, $2. AC3 Tan Clive. Best wishes to you and your family.
I'm gonna wish Howdy from Texas Merry Christmas, and yeah, man, same to you. Like Howdy from Texas hasn't been around a long time. Archie's an old viewer.
Yep.
Dubai. You never made it to Dubai, did you? Did you go? You didn't go to that?
Nah, I didn't go to Dubai. Now it's like 2 years to the next.
Who's going to Dubai this year? God, who was it? The English guy.
Jamie Opulence and Dodger.
What happened? Did Jamie Opulence actually get rid of his world time?
He did. He's only got the Brigade now.
No, I mean, seriously, what happened? What happened?
He sold it.
He just wanted out.
No, he was buying like property or something. So
I know he's buying it. Yeah.
I told this to Higgy. I was like, you know what, Jamie's gonna go in and out. Same with you, man. The second you get that windfall from AC2, you're gonna buy yourself a fucking paddock. I know this. I know you, and I know this. Like there are certain constants in the fucking universe, and Jamie Opulence will be back with a watch, and Archie Lecture will be back with a paddock. Like there's no ifs or buts about that.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go off and lie down in my red light blanket.
All right, we got your friend Ken here, Archie. I'm gonna let you and Ken Have a good time.
Okay.
I'm going to leave too. You and Ken, new dynamic. Thank you for
so
having me
much
on.
there. Thank you so much there. Ken, how are you, my friend?
Well, let me explain how I am. Ready?
Wow, look at this. What a great watch box. This is all the watches.
This is not mine. This is my friend Warren.
Hey, how are you?
We met at a flea market where he and his wife were selling luxury chocolates, but in the chocolates were being hosted in old watches. And so he's bringing over his dad. This is his father's collection, and because his father passed away like 3 years ago, and so these are all of his dad. Not all. This is just a small amount of his dad's collection. Vintage.
Wow, that's so great.
Right? And I had to share.
Sure.
You know,
Fantastic. Let's give us a look. Whoops. Where's he gone? He's just fallen out. Unfortunately, he's just fallen out there. We got a super chat from Huritan. $20. Thanks for having me on, big boy. Good catching up. I'm walking here. There we go. He's back. And we've got Ken back again. Ken, great to have you on again.
Yeah, we got this
Let's
Ben
have a
Roos.
look. Oh, that's a Ben Russ. And that's a solid gold or gold capped? Give us a look at that there.
I think it's just gold capped. I think this is
yeah. So I love, you must admit, okay, let's have a look at that. Let's put it back up on the screen. I love the numerals and the stick, the kind of diamond markers there. That's very...
So let me ask you about another one we just put a strap on. Can we get the one that... So have you ever heard of a night day watch where the color... I mean, I know there's some modern watches that do that, but this is an old Gruen. But you see the black there? At midnight, it turns, or at noon, I guess, it turns green, all the black.
Oh, no, I have never seen that.
So
that's a Gruen. That's a Gruen?
Yeah.
And Gruen used to make the movement for a lot of Rolex prints. The old... they had the Gruen leaf movement. And that's actually, I like the lugs on that watch. Look at the lugs. The lugs on that. It's got sort of special teardrop, not teardrop. The lugs are sort of quite nicely done. That's
well, it didn't have a strap, so I just put the strap on. But if you notice, the back dial is green now. So it's a 12-hour black, 12-hour green for an old vintage watch. That's just crazy.
I've never actually seen that function on a.
I've seen it function on a modern watch. There's one that does it for so it's like instead of the 12-hour indicator, the 24-hour indicator, like 12-12, like on a sub dial, it does the back black or white. But this one is just so much more classy. And where's the Rolex? You got to see this. You're gonna love this. Look at this little thing. Oh,
wow, that's it's a little ladies, isn't it? Little ladies.
So there's no lugs. It's just a
patch. Oh no, that's a Rolex, isn't it? Yeah. I saw a Rolex.
This is a Rolex. This is a pass.
Actually, that's called a Rolex cocktail watch. They used to come when they sold these. They came with about 5 or 6 straps, different color.
Right.
And they had a little Rolex buckle on them as well. They are quite collectible. I remember I've actually handled that model years ago. Quite collectible.
What do you think the value is? It's gold.
It could be like $1,000.
Okay, right. Yeah, that's about right. Any other ones you want to show?
They had a special box. I've actually seen them with a look. I haven't seen those watches in 20 years, but I worked for a guy, and they were very popular in Japan. Like if for a full set one is worth several thousand, but unfortunately with that it doesn't have. They had a special box where it had the straps in the box.
Makes sense.
And each strap had its own gold buckle. So a lot of people would pinch the buckle for other watches. Oh, this is interesting. We're going to super chat from Esoteric, $5. Thank God for Ken Fresno bringing content to save the show. Thank you.
You know, the last couple of times we didn't talk about watches too much. We talked about IT, and I thought this is watches. This is the stuff that makes you forget about your troubles.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of a Tom Jones watch?
There is only
No.
So my family, my father was a family practitioner,
Yeah.
and my family was in the entertainment industry.
Yes.
And my dad was house doc to a Vegas style dinner theater that did 2 shows a night, 2,000 seat dinner and a show. So if anyone got sick, whether it was Sinatra or Dean Martin or Tom Jones or Richard Pryor or Diana Ross or Michael Jackson, my father would come in and he would be their personal physician. Well, he developed a relationship with Tom Jones, and this was a gold watch, pocket watch that Tom gave him.
How did he find Tom Jones? Nice guy?
Of course.
That's the Welsh singer.
Yes.
That's correct.
Welsh What's up, pussycat? Wah, 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 wah.
Yes, exactly.
And Delilah?
Yeah.
And I just want your special time in your kiss. They redid the Prince song. What do you think about an old Elgin? Like, look at that.
Oh, I love those old Elgins. Oh, look at that. Incredible.
I bought one. It's got look at the arch in it, Archie.
It is incredible. We got a super chat. Randall Kapoor, $3. Hi, Archie. Happy Friday. Thank you.
Oh, is it Friday there?
Thank you.
Is it
No,
Friday?
that's a beautiful. And that's is that a gold case? What is that? What's the back of it like?
It says hold on.
Steel.
It's steel.
That's how you can tell whether they're usually
steel.
solid gold or not, is because they always have the steel. On the solid gold, you'll have a gold back, but they have the steel because the gold would rub through. So normally that tells you, but it's still funky. It's funky design.
Yeah. I mean, it's hidden lugs, So
Hey, Ken, ask your friend there. Did his dad meet Sinatra?
When I was 3 years old, Sinatra bounced me on his knee. So my whole
What
family.
did your dad say about Sinatra?
Sinatra was one of the nicest guys. He was very close with my uncles. That was an era. So the club went back to the 50s. But let me just tell you a short story about my father.
Yeah.
Because they called him the Clockter Mulligan.
Yes.
He practiced for about 55 years.
Yes.
But when he was 60, he had an idea to take clocks and glue a watch face over every number. So 12 watches per clock. And he would take the clocks and go to children's hospitals and give them to sick kids. And when the kids were sick, when the kids were all better, they would take the clocks home.
Yeah.
So kids loved it. They have these Ronald McDonald houses that look after families with kids who have cancer, and they pick up the whole tab. It kind of spiraled out. He started working with elementary school kids. So he would go into an elementary school. There would be 30 to 60 kids in a cafeteria. Each kid would make a clock for a child in the hospital. The child in the hospital would give them a hobby that they were into. So whether it was Spider-Man or football or Barbies, and the kids would put stickers on the back of the clocks to make the clock a theme, and then they would glue the watches on the face of the clock. He would then take 30 to 60 kids from the school into the hospital, marry them up with kids in the hospital. They would spend a few hours together. It became a community service project for 7 to 12-year-olds. He did this for about 15 years.
Well, that sounds great.
All the watches were donated in diners around the Philadelphia, New Jersey area. So every watch you're looking at here was donated to my father by patrons of these diners who were giving back to my father's nonprofit, which was called Kids Time.
Nice.
Oh, I see. Incredible.
So I decided to wear this one because I knew we were going to see some vintage watches today. So
that's a Widdermere, isn't it? Is that a Widdermere?
Yeah, it is. And I love the case because no one makes a case like this now. It's just, I mean, it's not necessarily pretty.
Tell me this, was there any Patek Philippe or Rolex in the watches donated?
Many fake Rolexes.
Oh, fake Rolex. That's why.
Many fakes, mountains of them.
Yeah.
But I think in the end, somewhere around 250,000 watches were donated.
Again, that's why at his at the flea market thing or the farmer's market thing, all of his chocolates were like in this base of little small ladies' quartz watches.
That's amazing.
Let's see what else we got here. I'm literally just randomly grabbing. I've never heard of Ascona. Ascona?
I think they're just a smaller Swiss company, I think.
That's what it says Swiss made. So yeah. And that it's just
Huge.
my degree's in history, and so this is just amazing to me. Oh shit! Check this out. Let me get it adjusted here so you can see it.
Oh, boy.
Check it out.
Boys and toys.
Doxa.
Oh.
Doc, look at the teardrop lugs. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah. So Doxa, though, I mean, known for their dive watches, but are they? I mean, this is more of a luxury watch, isn't it?
Yeah, like a dress watch. Watch.
Yeah. Are those valuable?
Not really, but still collectible. I mean, it'd be a couple $100. You know what I mean? When I say valuable, I mean it's all relative. But
of course, he has a Wittenauer as well.
Yeah, that's quite a nice.
There's some, and I got my Geiger counter out, and it's clicking like crazy. So there's a lot of issues there. But what is this? This is I've never seen that. It's a pendant, but you can see the works in the back. I mean, it's like the first.
Yeah, little ladies. Manual wind. Yeah, that's a little ladies.
But it's kind of round almost.
Yeah.
It's almost I mean, clear case backs weren't a thing,
No, that's amazing stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay.
You see that, Archie?
Wow, so many. My God, look at this.
These are all the ladies' watches. But that's just nuts.
Oh, because they would be perfect to glue onto a clock, wouldn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the reason that there's so many small ones still intact,
Gucci.
Yes.
They were choking hazards. So he kept the small ones because he couldn't give them to the children.
So when I first met Warren, he gave me 2 of the watches from the bin, and they had not super glue, like rubber cement on the back, and it was a bitch to clean those off. It was a fucking. But oh my gosh. A Benrus. Look at that Benrus.
Yes. Look at that. That'd be elegant 50s, 60s sort of watch.
Wow.
See, these would have been, this is normal working Americans who would be buying this stuff, for their.
Oh yeah. I mean, just pretty, like pretty watches, like little luxury, a little luxury.
Because watches were quite expensive, you think about it before iPhone and all that sort of thing. These kind of things were these were hardworking Americans after World War II.
Yeah,
money wasn't super fantastic, and to have a watch was a great thing because you could be on time. You could get ready, prep for what it was a huge thing.
Yeah, I mean, it just. And this was the kind of the mechanical decoration, the American tradition of the railroads, but put into luxury. Oh, another clearback. That is.
So what brand is that there? What brand is that one there?
I can't. Hold on. Let me. I'm actually wearing my good glasses right now. It says Dynasty. So, but it's.
Okay.
I don't know Dynasty. But I can't quite see the back for any of the works stuff, but. It's just, I mean, they sell like cheap cufflinks like this now,
Yeah, no. That is very, very. These are not super expensive, but it's still amazing to see these watches. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree. So yeah, so Warren, this is the first time Warren and I hooked up to see his watches.
Yeah, no, that's great. It's interesting. This is like 1950s, 60s sort of.
I hope you don't mind me sharing the time with you.
Well, we love to have a look at.
Seems like your super chatters are approving. So there you go. But what? I don't even know what this one is, but look at this. It's just
Ah,
get another
I
one.
think that's a little pendant watch as well, actually.
It's weird. Do you know that pendant watches are usually clear case back? I didn't know that.
No, it's I haven't really. It's because as
Oh,
you
it's not
said
very
there,
good.
it's an anomaly because your friend there, they were too small to use. That was the whole thing. They were too small to use.
This one would go well in the US. I don't know how big Masons are in Australia, but Masons are like a kind of like an interesting business connection. Like I have a friend who's a Mason. He wears the garb and everything. I don't know if you ever saw Peggy Sue Got Married. At the end, the people that could bend time were the Masons, you know?
Yes.
I
Yes, they were.
I have a quartz one of these for sale, but no one's bought it yet
One that my grandmother.
because I think it's kind of weird, honestly.
No.
I'm gonna go back and look at the men's watches again. Oh, what do we got
Yeah,
here?
no, there's some very interesting stuff there.
Cromwell, Lord Cromwell. Lord Cromwell.
Are you going through every watch, Dan, or what?
We're going through quite a few of them. That's
Yeah, no, it's good to have a sticky.
That's my wife, Linda.
Ah, that's great.
Hello, Archie, she
You
said.
guys have been married for 30 plus years, haven't you?
35.
31.
Yeah.
35. Wow.
You ever heard of Vomard? Vomard?
No, I've never heard of that, but we got Black Cat 997, $2. Good stuff. He approves. Yes, this is really Americana sort of stuff. You know, this is kind of Americana.
Pre-Trump.
Archie, could you just say hello to my family? Because they are not going to believe that I was.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on the stream. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Love you. Love the collection.
Yeah.
My wife lived in Sydney for 2 years.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
You're in
It's
Brisbane,
amazing.
right? You're in Brisbane,
Yes,
right?
Brisbane. That's right. I tell you what, oh, look at that. I love, what brand does that say there? What does it say?
Ben Roos.
Benrus.
Self-winding. It's back in the self-winding days.
You know,
It's
I tell you something terrible. You
Yes,
can tell your friend there. They said in Australia now to rent in the capital cities, you need to have a 6-figure income. Can you fucking believe that? 6 figures? Ridiculous.
Ridiculous is right.
That's to rent. That's not to buy a place. That's to rent a place.
The interesting part to me is like Elon Musk says that we're not going to have jobs in the future, but they haven't set up a social structure that will support people having food when they don't have a job. Holland?
Actually, I must tell you, I watched this video, 55 and broke. She was an executive. It's a lady. And she said, you know, what she disappointed about, she had a corporate job for 30 years. Oh, the Zenith. Actually, I like this. Can you turn that around?
Yes.
Wow. And that's a gold capped Zenith. See, they're quite collectible.
Yeah.
Zenith is a great brand. And
so it's a Zenith Viscount something. I can't really read it very well. I'm old. Viscount? Anyway, yeah, Zenith is still very popular. I mean, one of the guys.
That's beautiful. I love the seconds. Look at how they do the seconds down there.
Oh, fine.
Just elegantly, right? Just such an elegant watch that.
Oh, so fine. What do you got there?
And I must tell you this. So this lady's YouTube channel, she talks about how that we're getting forced out of the workforce in our 50s, but governments want us to keep working until our 70s. It's just how the fuck are people going to survive if they're getting forced out of jobs in their 50s? What are you going to do if governments are pushing the other way? I mean, it'd be okay if there were plenty of jobs and you could easily get employment, but that's not the case. Oh, lovely Benrus there.
So
I must say, I really like that Zenith. That's the pick of the bunch.
Yeah, the Zenith is the pick. What about that Longines, though? I mean, there was that one Longines that was really nice. Which do you think would be more? And the Gruen. I'm sorry, I know it's a Gruen, so it's probably not as popular. But that dual back.
That looks lovely on the strap. Actually, I like that unique feature with the day night. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's so clever.
Especially so early. So I put the strap on. By the way, the strap has my gift, Warren, and and he actually has no straps for any of his watches, and so he's going to wear this one. His wife is going to be very happy, I guess.
Lauren,
I do like you. With that, you got that Longines? Oh, is that the long?
No,
Show
this
me
is
that.
a Lauren Perriget.
I've heard of that brand. I've seen those. Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
The back is printed in a very laser etched kind of way, though. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, cool.
Where's the Longines? Do you have the Longines again? Yeah, because the Zenith is still very popular.
Yeah, that's a popular. They're quite collectible because a lot of the new Zeniths, they take styling cues. How they've done the lugs is like a lot of Zeniths they have today, even though they're slightly bigger. Because those, the fashion was for like 33 millimeter watches, face diameter.
Yeah, these are all women's watches now, right?
Yeah, well, they're kind of, it's a different era. You know what I mean? It's a different era. And what's that one there? Give us that square one again.
Oh, sure. This is a Wittenauer again.
Wittenauer.
Just a square case back, you know?
Yeah, it's just lovely, elegantly done, isn't it?
Well, look at that. Look at the crystal.
Wow.
So it's a magnifying crystal.
I think that's a Longines.
Yeah, this is a Longines. Look at the dial on this one.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love the pyramids pattern on the sides there.
Yeah.
What's the back of it? Is that steel as well?
Actually, it's 14K.
14K. Okay.
So this is probably it's got some weight to it as well.
Yeah. It's surprising it's got a steel back. Normally they had the gold back on them, but
well, it's kind of brushed a little bit. I don't know. Is it white gold maybe or something? No, I guess not, huh? Not for 14K.
Yeah.
Maybe it's gold filled. I don't know. It says 14K though. But this mother of pearl dial, and
it's interesting, isn't it?
You can barely see the Longines logo on it even. I mean, if you look at that, you wouldn't think it was Longines. It kind of looks like grocery store a little bit, but then you start to look at it more. I don't know. I'm not sure about this one, actually. There's just something not right.
Mm-hmm.
Something not right. It doesn't seem well enough made. Like the stem there, it's like raised up. I don't know. I can see the cap. I don't know. And also the way the Longines is printed on it. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Here's the one you were.
Okay, here's the Longines, by the way. Finally got it back here. There you go.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. And what's the back of that? That's steel back, is it?
It's a gold color, but it looks steel to me.
Ah, interesting. I love the lugs on that. Just turn it around again. Let's look at the front.
Look at
the lugs are beautiful, aren't they? Look at the lugs.
Yeah, the little knots. Like they're kind of.
Yeah, that is gorgeous. That is.
So what do you think?
Longines used to be actually, they were like, Longines was actually quite expensive. They were a luxury. They've become a lot. The brand has been prostituted a lot. They used to be like, they're like Chrysler. You know, Chrysler used to be quality. Now it's kind of.
Sorry, I got to hang up a phone call.
No, that's okay. You take it. Take the call. Take the call.
It's fine. My question about this though is: would the Longines with the small seconds be worth more or less than the Zenith? You think?
If it's solid gold, the Longines would be worth. That's always going to trump.
Of course.
Plating.
Yeah. And then if you ever sell it, someone's going to melt it.
I think they both would be quite collectible there.
Yeah.
You know,
they both still have strong names, even though with what you said about Longines now.
These two are very pretty. They're very no numbers.
They were like
Esca.
I've heard of that. Just a generic. Very elegantly done. Very elegantly done.
Oh yeah, look how slim.
Yeah. The lugs are
so long.
It is a lot of nice design in these things. You know what I mean? A lot of design. So you got to remember, a watch was actually a very important thing to have because you could go to work on time. You know, how else would you keep track of time? Like we've got watches, clocks everywhere. Every appliance you buy has got a clock in it.
Well, especially my house.
But everything back then. So that's what's that? Is that that may not be? Is that what does it say? Gold.
Mondaine, Swiss name,
Yeah.
Mondaine.
So
Mondaine's actually that's a reasonable brand. Is that solid gold? That may be solid gold.
The back's gold. I don't see a mark, but it'll be on the inside of the case, right?
Normally on the lugs, around the lugs, they should have a hallmark to tell you. Like they'll have a number like 750 for 18 karat, 585 for 14.
I don't see that here.
375 for 9 karat.
Got it. I don't see any markings on the lugs, but they're so delicate. Look how small the lugs are.
Yeah, beautifully done, isn't it?
By the way,
nice.
this was my eldest art project for their when they graduated from Berkeley. Just want to mention that. That's my wife and my son in pastel.
You graduated from where?
From Berkeley with a degree, 2 degrees with honors in art. Just want to brag.
Fuck. That's a hard university to get into.
Especially when you don't have to pay. They got in for free.
Berkeley. That's one of the top. Is that Ivy League?
No, it's UC. It's the University of California, but it's one of the best ones.
so here's an elegant Holland that has.
We've got Mike the Snake. How are you, Mikey?
Oh, fine, Arch.
Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, the glue.
evidence that-
My guess is those Longines and the other watch that this gentleman has are probably gold gilt.
Got it.
You know, because they're obviously not gold plated because there'd be areas of wear. But
Where's
gold
the one you just put
is
down?
thick enough to look like solid gold and
Got it.
age like solid gold, but you're not going to find a hallmark.
Got it.
You know, rolled gold, is that thicker than gilt gold? Or what do you think, Mikey?
You can see the glue. The glue on the back. The glue on the back.
Ah, I see.
Which is a bitch to remove, but it can be done. Holland? Another Holland? Pardon my
Wow.
So my father would be 90 next year, and I would think a lot of his contemporaries and peers would have been the folks at these restaurants who would have been donating watches. So they would have been born pre-World War II, around World War II. So when these watches were donated, they would have been 60, 70 years old. They would have had these watches. Maybe they would have bought them when they were 30 or 40 or gotten them as for weddings.
This one's hilarious. It actually says Trumpf, Trumff.
Ah, I've seen those. Actually, I've seen that.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's got like a stretchy Spidell band there, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're going to go out in the street and smash that.
I've got a question. Didn't during World War II they like grab everybody's gold? And so
they did medals for sure. And I know
so
that
if you had a solid gold watch, or they probably didn't, wasn't worth the companies making a solid gold watch because they would take it, or
definitely they didn't make cars during World War II because they were
exactly
making,
yeah.
And actually, I know that they checked out gold from Fort Knox to use to make into wire to make dynamos for the war effort. And then
everything was
they
war
melted
effort
down. Yeah. I'm a former auto worker, so I used to build cars.
Very cool.
Who did you work for?
Mitsubishi. Well, Diamond Star Motors. So Mitsubishi partnering with Chrysler. And then that is now the Rivian plant where they make the electric pickup truck.
Do you miss working in being an auto worker?
No, I actually was going to go full time, and my dad said, "No, you're going to stay in college." And so I stayed in college. And that plant shut down for a long time. When you looked at it from space on Google, they took all of the containers and they shaped the words goodbye.
Oh, I see.
So it's really great that the plant reopened.
It's kind of sad that kind of auto worker job there that doesn't exist in America like it used to, The
UAW is still pretty strong here. It's just more that there's this stutter start with electric vehicles now because of the change of administrations. The second hands is the dial.
Wow, look at that.
So the second hands is like a clear under dial under crystal or something. Interesting.
Like the crystal's etched on the underside.
Yeah, well, I think it's a crystal under the crystal. You know what I mean? Like a clear,
Oh, okay.
a clear second hand with a little red arrow on it.
Okay. Yeah, I've not seen that before. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's kind of thick too, so that kind of explains the thickness. But you see that little? It's hard to sorry. See that little red thing?
Mm-hmm.
That's just free floating, and so I gotta bet that it's just like this clear. It's just like this clear disc under the crown, which is why the crown is so high up. Because I keep saying crown, I mean to say crystal. Sorry.
That's an interesting premise.
Is that orange ring? It's below the crystal, though, right?
Right. So it's like a clear plastic or glass disc
Yeah.
with a little red mark on it. There's another Benrus. With the, I have one of these actually.
I
But mine,
really like that Longines you showed with the mother of pearl. That real wavy mother of pearl is
do you think
really unique.
Do you think it's real?
Oh, I'm sure the mother of pearl's real.
Because again, Warren was mentioning that these were all donated, and there were a lot of fake Rolexes even back in the day.
Sure. No, I've gone to estate sales where they've advertised, watches, like lots of watches, and you get there, and the estate sale people have already cherry picked anything good out of it.
Right.
So the only thing left are watches like this, and no-name watches, and watches that you don't recognize, and so you're just fun shopping for $5 or $10 a watch.
Where do you live, sir?
Northern California.
Oh, gotcha. I used to live in Petaluma.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
That's about 20 miles south of me.
Okay. So you're in Cotati, or?
No, I'm up
Santa Rosa?
I'm a little north of Santa Rosa.
Oh, Cottondale?
No, you mean Cloverdale?
Cloverdale, sorry. It's been a little while.
No, not that far north.
Gotcha.
Like in between Healdsburg and Santa Rosa.
Gotcha.
But
I forget where the new, oh wow, look at that. I forget where the new Russian River Brewery is, but that place is nice.
Oh, it's right downtown where my old haunt used to be. That used to be called the Old Vic. It became the Russian River Brewing Company after they closed. And yeah, I mean, every year they line up for the Pliny the Younger. They got voted best beer in the world. And
we get
honestly,
that here. We can get we get a keg. We get a keg of that here in Portland.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you're only allowed 2 half pints, and you can't just. But they do sell the Pliny the Elder, which I think is a much better beer.
Honestly, Blind Pig is my favorite of the IPAs. Blind Pig, but I can't drink beer anymore. So
yeah, well, if you're buying it at the store, Lagunitas IPA cannot be beat. It is the best out of the store. You can argue, Red Tail or Fat Tire or lots of the others, but I've found that Lagunitas IPA is the best from the store out of a bottle.
out of the store for sure. I agree with you. Right across the street from Lagunitas is
Dogtown?
No, it's Hen House, and I really liked Hen House.
Okay, I've never had that. So
it's really good. They're in Santa Rosa, and then they opened up right across from Lagunitas when Petaluma Hills went out of business.
Okay.
We got a super chat in here, Jefferson Exotic. Hey, Mikey, tell him about the time you banged a hot chick while playing a guitar solo and crashing a plane.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Sure.
Mikey's very, very skilled. Mike is one of our great loyal supporters.
There's nothing wrong with this.
Oh, that's a beautiful. What's the Seiko? Seiko. It's like, that's quartz.
I think so, but it is no automatic. Oh my God, it's not automatic.
Automatic. Wow. Look at that. It's lovely, isn't it?
That is cool. That's hella cool.
Well, Seiko is kind of like watch nerd heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's got good weight to it. Look at that strap or bracelet.
Integrated.
This is
very
good.
Cool.
This is cool. I just sold a faceted Seiko auto recently, but I only paid $45 for it, and then I sold it for $45. So the guy got a good deal.
These have been in boxes in the basement for 10, 15 years.
It's OG Japan too. OG Japan. This was.
So tell us, who was the best celebrity your dad liked? Who was the best celebrity your dad met and liked?
Do you know Dionne Warwick?
Yes.
Sure.
Wah, 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 wah. Do you know the way to San Jose?
Exactly. Burt Bacharach's partner, basically, in crime. So my father treated her a couple of times.
This is special.
And they ended up being pen pals for decades.
Dionne Warwick.
Yes. Yeah.
Lovely lady.
Sorry.
Yeah, my every Sunday night, 30 family members, aunts, uncles, cousins would go and have a family dinner and take in a show, and
that's not good.
Could have been anybody at the time. Could have been Tommy Dorsey. Could have been Sinatra.
You remember the TV show she did called Solid Gold?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, we're.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Oh wow! Check this out. This pocket watch. This is cool. This is a Hamilton. Oh my God, that Hamilton.
Hamilton's good stuff.
Oh yeah, I have a couple of Illinois pocket watches. I don't hear anything, but it's not wound, not fully wound. The dial. Look at the dial. That is just neat.
I've got one very similar to that. It's kind of goldish, but not really goldish, but it's flawless, and the etching on it is really intricate.
Oh yeah, it's just so cool.
Very, very similar to that watch. I forget the name of the brand. I have to dig it up somewhere. Let me see if I can find it.
This is called Hilton.
Yeah, there's a couple of Hiltons in here.
Never heard of Hilton.
I love looking at these things, old sort of watches. There we got Davy Smalls, $2. Mike the Snake. I had Mary Shack Pizza in Santa Rosa. Delish.
Another Gruen. Yeah, there's a place in Petaluma called, at least it was there. Yeah, it was called Grand Sicilian or something. There's a good Chicago deep dish pizza. There's a nice Gruen. Just all got a nice stretch. Oh, wow. That's some serious stretchy. Little weak even. Wow.
They were very popular, those stretchies type bracelets.
Oh yeah, I have a couple of Spiegel watches. They made watches for a little bit. This Caravel's nice. This Boliva, Caravel by Boliva. Isn't that Boliva? Isn't that Caravel?
Yes.
I mean, it's got an interesting back.
There's
little triangle.
Caravel.
Yeah, it's a really basic American watch right there. You know, that's
all very classy stuff.
Yes, your dad. It's so cool that you got all this stuff. Oh wow, look at this original Elgin.
Wow, look at that Elgin. Yeah.
Oh, let's see if I can. Oh, it's fully wound though. The one thing about pocket watches is they're not shock resistant at all, and you can't get parts for it.
No, that's very true. Very true.
I went to there's the Longines again. Yeah, there's that one. I went
Elgin was an American company, you know, in Illinois, Chicago.
Yeah, and then there's also another Elgin company though. There was an Elgin case company in like New York somewhere that wasn't related. And I had a small woman's watch from that era, 10 karat gold. I sold it as is, and I hope they didn't melt it.
Can you believe this? You know, Zenith, the Zenith TV company, they used to make TVs in America. Yeah. They bought Zenith just to have the brand name Zenith.
I didn't know that. And so in the US, we call it Zenith.
Yes, Zenith. Yep.
So I always thought the Zenith watches were Zenith, and then Zenith TVs were Zenith. You know,
so they actually bought the company just so they could have the copyright. But now Zenith TV is worth nothing. You know what I mean? It's that was
brand. It's a brand that was made in China or Korea or somewhere like that. Bovals.
You know, Zenith had the first wireless remote.
It was a clicker, so you had to when you push it down, it made a clicking noise, and it sent a single burst signal.
And they were bought out by LG in the 90s.
Life is good, huh? Shock absorbing, dust proof. Huh?
Archie?
Yeah, Archie. Archie's his stage name. Archie Luxury.
Archie, I'm a resident of the Commonwealth. I lived in New Zealand for about 5 years.
Ah, got you.
Yeah,
Got you.
in Christchurch.
I'm British.
Ah, that's a lovely. New Zealand's a lovely part. There's no jobs there, but it is a lovely part of the world.
That's why you got to start your own
Oops, sorry.
job when you're there.
Sorry, I keep shaking it around. I apologize.
What did you do when you were there in New Zealand?
Started our own healing foods business. Do you know what? So we made sauerkrauts and flatbreads and cereals, and we were the first kombucha brewers in the South Pacific.
Ah, kombucha. That's fantastic, man.
Yeah, so we brewed kombucha from 2007 to a year ago. My buddy was still doing it.
There is no name on this one, but it is like very Hamilton-y.
Art Deco, isn't it?
Yeah, and then the back is clear.
So tell me this, New Zealand itself, what made you leave New Zealand to come back to America?
Well, I got caught up in the earthquakes of 2010 to 2012, and we ended up losing the house and the land, and decided we couldn't deal with thousands more, 12,000 earthquakes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Montreux.
So you sold houses of
Montreux Flat. You heard of that one?
Jay's frozen up.
Oh, he's still there? Oh, he froze up over there too. So I think we just got to wait. I think we lost Art.
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back.
You ever heard of Montreux Flat?
Oh, look at that.
Montreux Flat, though, is that a name that you know?
It's got the red, probably the old roulette wheel.
Yeah.
You know, black, red, you know, alternates on the days.
Interesting. I'll find out.
I found my two.
Nope, red. Go ahead.
Red, okay.
Found my two vintage pocket watches. One is a West clocks.
Yes.
And it's just kind of plain Jane.
Oh, lovely though. Look at that subdial. That's really nice. See how big the subdial is, and I love the border around the subdial. Careful, not always shock resistant.
And then I have an Elgin, just like you, that is has that gold tint to it.
Right. Look at that. Look at that Elgin. So it's similar to yours. Similar to the one you have. That's nice.
And this one, they both open up. In the back. I think I need to pry it open lightly with a knife edge or something. But the backs do pop off.
Yeah.
Or no, maybe this just pops off if I push the button.
I'll show my pock watches some other time. I don't want to hog the show. That is.
No worries. That's cool, man. It's great to have some interesting stuff on there. That's an interesting box. He's got all the stuff in there. And are you a watch collector yourself? There is your friend a watch collector himself?
I think he's a dad watch collector.
I've fallen into this, so it's my father's legacy.
He didn't have a watch to wear, so that's where he's going to wear that one groom with the strap.
And that's so cool. And geez, you lived in Vegas. Your dad lived in Vegas. Is that correct?
It was in. Have you heard of Atlantic City?
Yes.
So Atlantic City's on the Jersey Shore, the East Coast, and then you've got New York City. So kind of smack dab in the middle of Atlantic City and New York City is Philadelphia, and the club was right outside of Philly.
Oh, I see. Got you.
It was Vegas. It was Vegas on the East Coast.
I see. Yes. Yes.
And it wasn't seedy, and it wasn't ridden with the mafia, although I'm sure the mafia had their fingers in something.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you do now for work yourself now? What do you do now?
So I'm in the education industry. I run an online Master of Education program.
Oh, excellent.
And the food business, Earthwise Gourmet, that we had in New Zealand, we resurrected around a year ago. So
That's the chocolates.
that's the chocolates and the macaroons and the power bars and the truffles and just rock solid, scrumptious, organic treats.
Oh, so good.
They are good.
What do you think of the world now? You seem like a guy who's been around the block a bit. What is the world like? Is it fucked? I mean, do you look at the world and say, "Fuck, this is just so crazy"?
We hold our passports every November 4th when there is an election, debating
Yes.
whether to go back to Christchurch.
And I'm British now, as of this year. So
Oh, fantastic!
I have 2 passports as well.
We live in a
Where
bubble
would
here.
you retire? Where would you retire? Tell me that.
I'd go back to Christchurch. If I could convince Sharon to go back to Christchurch, Canterbury is a bit windy for her. She wants warmer weather.
I think it's important to mention the
Yep.
bubble again, though. So Portland and San Francisco and a little bit of Austin, Texas are bubbles.
Right.
And these bubbles are, I don't know, well, they're definitely my people, you know?
Exactly.
But Oregon itself is actually very conservative outside of the main cities. Like Oregonians, like everyone's got a gun. And this was
Never heard that one
This was a
before.
huge white supremacist state for a long time.
Yep.
The KKK was
Because New Zealand, they basically have you're not allowed to have guns.
yeah, we love it. We like that.
Yep.
We really appreciate
I know,
it.
You know,
Yeah.
New Zealand went a bit too far, but remember they banned smoking. Anyone at a certain age was not allowed to smoke.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that here. I mean, and I just got back from Burning Man, and
Remember they introduced that? Yeah, good luck with that. That's exactly.
yeah. Hey Archie, we gotta bug
It's
out.
crazy.
We gotta start saying goodbye.
Hey, no worries. Thank you for coming, man. Lovely to see your watchers. Good luck. Have
Thank
a
you.
great time. And
Have
man,
to share. Have to share.
it's been
Nice talking
fantastic
with
to
you
see the
guys.
collection. We loved it, man. Thank you so
right.
much.
Take care, Archie.
See you later.
You're welcome.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Later.
Mikey, what did you think of that? Wasn't that a great guest to have on?
Yeah. Little change of pace.
Man, some of those watches there, 60s and 50s, 60s sort of manual wind watches. They were decimated when quartz came out.
Of course.
But what an interesting collection. You never sort of see so many of those lower end watches in one spot. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool to see this stuff.
Yeah.
And
I've gone to some estate sales where I have seen like a large number of watches like that, where you're really trying to sift through what you think might be of value, and you don't recognize any of the names because they've already been picked through. You know, anything that was of any real value, the estate salesperson has already cherry picked out. So
yeah,
everything there is just more for fun, educational purposes. You know, if you want to call it that. Fun collecting, you know. You're not going to find that diamond in the rough anymore.
no, you're right. I think you're very, very right there. It's kind of over. And
Yep.
that's the way it goes. Mikey, what's going on in your world? Tell me, your mum, how is your mum going? Give us an update.
Mama's doing well. She's holding strong with the cancer. The chemotherapy's seemingly working well, but she's still 87 and just extremely frail. And you know, I see her every day and take time and spend time with her every day. And you just have to slow your everything down. You know, how fast you walk, how long you have to wait for anything. So it's just kind of a mental kind of alteration of your time clock, mental time clock, because she can't walk without holding on to something or her walker, you know. And I take her out every day and walk her around, and you know, walk her into stores and places like that. And you have to just go so slow, but it is what it is. I love doing it, and it's my honor to do it. So that's what I'm doing these days, and happy doing it. Totally. And then it's been a little bit too chilly out lately for me to ride my bike or enjoy my little
I thought
yellow
you were
car.
selling your bike, Mike.
I listed it. I've relisted it. It's listed now again, but haven't had much action on it.
Economy's very tight, Mike.
Yeah. Well,
Look at the super chats. How it's been very tough the last week on this show. I can tell you that, Mikey.
sure.
I'm thinking about if it doesn't work, what can I do in the future? I might have to get a job, Mikey.
Well, I mean, I would for only having to put in a couple hours a day at this job that's still bringing in something. Don't drop this until you have something better lined up.
I'm unemployable, Mikey. I'm 53.
Well,
Old.
then you're stuck with what you got, huh?
I think so, Mikey.
But look, I know you don't like taking any ideas or advice from me, so but I think you could split it up, and have other people run your time slot, and you do a few days.
It's a bit
week.
hard to get people to do it. They're not that keen.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you hang in there, you'll find somebody to come along. I mean, I'd even be happy to run a
fantastic,
show for you,
Mikey.
at least maybe one day a week or something.
Yeah, no, I'd love Mikey. I got to thank our sponsors today, people who super chatted. We had Mr. GMT, Jefferson Exotic, JT, Watch You Are, Pay Pig 85, Chief Tit, Pasta, Yankee Doodle, Howdy from Texas, Hurritan, Esoteric, Grandal Kapoor, Black Cat 997, Jefferson Exotic, Davy Smalls. Mikey, I got to tell you something. It ain't over. It ain't over by a long shot.
Good.
And I got to say, Mikey, I always have hope. When I have panelists come on, I always have some hope left there.
Good.
That's how I see it. I really do see it. I try and keep hope going, and you gotta be positive, Mikey.
Of course. You can't be if you're all woe is me. People are gonna lose interest or not wanna hang out. So you got to be all cheery and uppity whether you're feeling bad or not. You've got to you got to lure these people in, with happiness and good content and stuff.
100%, Mikey. 100%.
I think you've got such a huge base built with your Archie Luxury and Paul Pluta platform.
Yes.
You can do so many different things with it. It doesn't have to just be watches. You find the right person that wants to talk about something else, and you work a deal out with them or whatever. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. But you have one of the largest internet bases of anybody, on the internet, probably.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's not over for you, Archie. Not even close, man. You just need to figure out what adjustment you need to make. Maybe a change here or there, but it's just a lull, a low period, and I absolutely expect things to improve if you stick with it. There's the things that you don't have control over, which is everybody else and other streams and stuff like that, and so you've got to handle those as well. which sometimes is difficult. But you know, I think you've got so much going for you. You know, with so
Thank
little
you.
effort.
Thank you so much, Chief Tit. $10. This is for the hope. Thank you, Chief
There you
Tit.
go.
Chief Tit is looking at a bluesy. We'll see if we get some updates from our Chief
Very
Tit.
nice.
It's a great day. It is what it is, you know, and that's all we can do in this world is hope for the best. Hope, pray and hope for the best and wish for the best and see how it goes, Mikey. But you've been a good panelist. Thank you so much for always coming on, Mikey. I do appreciate it.
Sure, Arch. I very much appreciate you as well. That's why I do jump on. And so thank you for having me on.
Hey, it's a pleasure having you, Mikey. I mean, YouTube is a tough game, and sometimes it's not always easy. I can tell you that, Mikey. And
yeah, you're preaching to the choir for sure. And I don't even have my own channel.
no,
But yeah, no, I understand that part about it. But compare it to the alternative. You know, be it hard, it's only for you a couple hours a day, and it's still, you know, bringing something in, and you know, I work it, you know, make adjustments, see if we can figure out a different combination, a different day time slot for you, you know, like not changing the time slots, but like you were saying, every other day or 4 days a week or something, and then, you know, find somebody or a couple of people to run shows during your time slot on the days you're not on, and keep that time slot locked in.
That's a fantastic point, Mikey. Mikey, I'm wrapping this baby up. Back tomorrow. See you later, guys. And we're linking to Bateman. Bateman. Hi, guys. It's Archie Luxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW, David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW, David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW, David SW, David SW.